as the captain's out on the field. And, of course, the captains for the Eagles. Looks like it's going to be Foster Stockton will be out there. Will be joined out there by Tay Rodriguez. And rounding it out will Michael McGowan, the quarterback. Michael, the quarterback. McGowan. I'm going to make sure I mess this up. McColgan. Come on, Paul. McColgan.
We'll be saying his name quite a few times.
We will be saying it a lot today. McColgan. And now the Eagles and the Knights come together, and we're ready for some American tackle football. Andy Doro will be right in front of my vantage point here about the 45-yard line, now at the 50, talking to the local official. Ready to go. Mike Davidson along the far side. Got his headset on and ready for some football. The Mishawaka Marian Knights with a record of 0-1. The Eagles of Culver Academy with a record of 1-0.
Now this is the second week that the Marian Knights have had to play a Maroon team.
Yeah.
Last week Mishawaka, this week the Academy.
Big win for Mishawaka over Penn last night. My oh my. They brought the attitude last night. The Eagles will be receiving the opening kickoff. The opening kickoff is going to be put in play by Lucas Primrose, a 5'8", 179-pound senior. He'll be kicking from left to right, respectively. And deep will be Tay Rodriguez, a 5'10", 190-pounder. He'll be flanked here on the near side by Ainsley Ritchie, and also on the far side by Ty Rakin. As we're about ready to get underway with kickoff coming your way right around 11:33 in the morning. Once again, thanks for joining us. Here's the end-over-end kick, and it will go into the end zone. Great kick there. And just like that, a great way to start if you're a fan of the Knights. Lucas Primrose puts one in the end zone. So Culver Academy will have the football.
Yeah, Lucas did that one time last week against Mishawaka. Kicked the ball into the end zone. Pretty far kick.
And CMA has the football here at the 12-minute mark. And we're going to move from right to left now. As the Eagles will have a two-receiver set here to the near side. Tay Rodriguez will call in the short shotgun formation. Hand off to Rodriguez. He sidesteps one defender. He's to the 25, 30,
there he
35,
goes.
And he is horse collar down right around the 40-yard line. They could have called the horse collar without question. But in the meantime, that is a rushing gain, officially marked of 20 yards on the play.
Yeah, that was a horse collar.
But no call. First and 10 for the Eagles at the 40-yard line, moving from right to left. Wide receiver on the far side now was Foster Stockton. Once again, McColgan, short shotgun. Rodriguez, there's the handoff to Trey. This time he finds it rough sledding as he goes off the right side behind Will Kirshner and company. A pickup of 2. The Knights do a nice job of filling the gap there. It's going to bring up a second down and 8. Just underway, no score here from Oliver Field, home of the Eagles.
Yeah, last week during the Mishawaka game, this is exactly what the Cavemen did to the Marian defense, running dive right and dive left right down the field.
Once again, Logan Hinton, the center, hovering over the football. Two receiver set here to the near side. Trey Schumacher, outstanding hockey player, is over here wide left. Once again, Knights showing blitz here from the near side. Here they come. Here's a quick toss out to Rodriguez. Rodriguez will turn it upfield, 45, and ran out of bounds. Nice job defensively by Cooper South to knock him out of bounds, but not before the Eagles will pick up pretty close to a first down. It will come down to the yard mark, and that will say first down. So 3 consecutive run plays to start this out, Coach. Really not a surprise. This is what we kind of expected.
Nope, 3 runs for 30 yards.
First and 10 at the midfield stripe near hash mark for the Eagles. McColgan sends wide right is Foster Stockton. He'll also be joined on the far side by Ty Rakin. There's a quick toss over here. Ball caught, a little square out here to the 45-yard line. Tackle once again. Sooth's been a busy guy from his stop, but the ball was caught here on the near side. As making the catch was Schumacher. Schumacher, who had one reception last week for 23 yards, will add his first look there. Once again, two receivers set to the right side, one to the left side. No score here. 10-10, quarter number one. Eagles in Knights territory for the first time this morning. Here's a handoff to Rodriguez right up the middle. Goes across the 40 down to about the 39-yard line. Coming up and finally making the tackle was Caleb Johnson, the 6'2", 223-pound senior, but not before another first down. Pretty good drive by CMA to start. Two receivers right, one to the left side now is Schumacher over here on the left side. Knights, four-man package in the linebacker. Here's a little jab step. McLaughlin back to pass. A flag down as the pass downfield. Pass is incomplete. Intended receiver on the far side for the Eagles was Ty Rakin.
Looks like it's probably going to be holding against the Eagles. McLaughlin, though, with a really nice throw down the field. He's got a strong arm.
And what for the call to?
No.
It'll be a hold against the Culver Academy Eagles here at the 9:35 mark of quarter number one. And now it'll move the ball back here to the midfield stripe near hash mark. And Andy Dorr will go back to business, make his offensive call.
First down and 20.
Inching up on the corner over there now is Quinn Roan. He's going to be matched up, a little press action against Foster Stockton on the far side. Once again, Rodriguez, the lone setback. 9:35, no score. First quarter, CMA with the football. Here's the pass down the far side. Ball is going to be incomplete. The intended receiver by the aforementioned Foster Stockton. Pass incomplete.
Strong throw. Almost connected.
So the package does four rushes and two passes for CMA. And now they'll be looking at a second down and 20 here at the midfield stripe. 9:25 to go in the first quarter. Now the tight end is coming into the game. Now that'll be Flint Leverett, the 6'2", 210-pound junior. He'll be flanked to the right side now. Two receivers set to the short side of the field. McLaughlin back to pass. They're setting up a screen. Rodriguez makes the catch at the 50. Oh, and a great defensive effort by the Marian Knights. You can't get anything better than what you got right there. Outstanding play for the Knights as Terrence Lane makes a fine defensive effort. Or check that. That wasn't Lane, was it? It was Boone, wasn't it?
It was Boone.
Okay.
Middle linebacker.
I apologize. Boy, the zero when it's inched up on the jersey almost made it look like an 11. But a gain of 5 on the pass. Setting the stage for a third down and 15. Knights showing blitz. Here, back to pass. McGowan throws one up for grabs. Center field, ball is intercepted by the Marian Knights. Coming up making a big play was Braden Smith. He had 17 tackles a year ago. And now Marian's defense bent, but didn't break, and they'll take over after the interception. And now the Marian Knights will have the football at the 8:34 mark on the first quarter clock in a scoreless ball game. Officially they're going to put the line of scrimmage. I believe it's going to be the 12-yard line. Just a poor decision, honestly.
Yeah, it was an ill-advised throw. The quarterback McLaughlin was feeling a little bit of pressure, released it. Had a receiver downfield, but the Marian Knight, number 6, was able to get up into the air a little higher and grab the ball.
Now the offense coming out of the field now for Marian. Giovanni Garcia de la Cruz, the center. Be flanked on the left side by Mark Warmington, Prescott Horvath. On the right side by John Dubash and Doran Brooks as they'll line up with 8:34 to go here in this first quarter of a scoreless game. They'll be moving from left to right. Shotgun formation, Lucas Maw, the 5'10", 178-pound junior. Here's the handoff on the dive play, straight up the middle, just lowering his shoulder and getting out to the 20-yard line. Nice, solid, and a shifty run by the Marian ball carrier. As busting free on that play was Brian Osman. Osman had a pretty solid game against the Cavemen a week ago. The 5'5", 155-pound senior had 86 yards on 12 carries one week ago on Friday. Now here's your second down and 2. Here's the quarterback back to pass. Marr looks downfield. It's got a man there and just overthrew him. Pass incomplete. Second play of the drive at the 8-minute mark. And let's see how.
Gosh, they did have a wide receiver right there, open Brooks.
Let's see how Steve Bentkowski, the offensive coordinator today, what he dials up here on a 3rd down and 3 at his own 20-yard line. Marr, shotgun. 2 receivers to the near side. They'll run off the left side, and he's going nowhere. Great job defensively coming up and making the stick 'em. You can't ask for a better play than Foster Stockton delivered there. And with that run play, it's going to be 3 and out. Outstanding play by Foster Stockton, a 3-year letter winner from Richmond, Virginia. And now to punt the football for the Marian Knights will be Harrison Gibbons, a 5'10", 179-pound senior. He'll be punting from left to right. And deep for the Eagles, standing at his own 45-yard line, will be Tay Rodriguez. Long snapper on punts is Sam Carwilo. Here's Rodriguez. He's going to let it go, and it will get a Knights roll all the way down inside the 30, and it will go all the way down to the 22-yard line. Rodriguez should have picked it up, and it cost his team about 12 yards of real estate. And so now the Culver Academy Eagles will have the football with 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go, and they will start this drive at their own, officially mark it at the
22-yard line.
22-yard line. They'll be going from right to left. Once again, no score. Our coverage of our broadcast today being presented in part by our great friends at Beef O'Brady's. Don't forget you can join me every Thursday night at Beef O'Brady's for the Coach's Box on 91.1 FM The Globe and globeradio.org. McLaughlin throws one little dart to the outside, ball caught for about a 5-yard gain. Once again, outstanding protection on the edge by the Knights. Quinn Roan, the 5'11", 160-pound senior with the stick 'em, gain of 4. We'll call that a 2nd down at 6. Once again, no score here from Oliver Field in Culver, Indiana. 2nd down at 6 for the Eagles. Eagles who had some success with 4 first downs on their first drive. But a turnover was costly.
Stymied by a penalty, then followed by a turnover.
McGoggin, the quarterback, hands it off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez is manhandled by Eric Logan, the 6', 252-pound senior tackle. And that is going to be a loss of a couple. And with 5:48 clock rolling, it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8 for the Culver Academy Eagles. Lawson, Marquell, Hinton, Kirshner, and Dolan all dig in up front. 3 receivers set to the near side, 1 to the right side. Michael McGoggin, the quarterback, shotgun.
Blitz.
Looks to the right side, under duress.
Oh!
Knocked up in a great effort, and pass incomplete. But what an effort again by Eric Logan.
The Knights brought a little pressure up the middle that time. Deflected the pass and nearly intercepted.
And so
by Eric Logan.
Yeah, the Eagles will hustle back, and they'll bring in the special teams unit, punt return group. of the Knights is out, and standing will be Braxton Brooks, the 5'10", 189-pound senior. He's standing right around the 40-yard line as the
Marian defense, the last 5 plays have completely shut down the Eagles.
Yep, they certainly got out of their early stages in the early doldrums. Here is a fumble, and the kick is set right up the elevator shack. I think they got a piece of it. And what's the call? The officials are going to get together, and they're going to say it was tipped. I just think the officials in this situation, everybody stopped playing for some reason, Coach.
Oh, that was a little confusing.
And now it will be 1st and 10 for the Marian Knights. They're going to call this at the 30-yard. They still have not signaled what the play was going to be.
Officially, I think that was a 2-yard punt.
Well, if that's going to be the case, now the Knights are sitting in the catbird seat here with 5:11 to go here in the first quarter. Marian, with their second offensive sequence of the game, will have the ball deep in CMA territory. And they'll
27-yard line.
The officials still sort it out.
I think it should be moved up to about
They're going to
22.
move it.
Yeah. I think they're making the correct placement there.
All right, so yeah, officially the line of scrimmage will be the 23-yard line.
Good pressure by the Knights.
Yes, no question about it.
Oh, wait, they're
re-punt. And they're going to re-punt. They're going to. So, a mulligan, if you will. Here's the punt. Will angle here to the near side, and it will roll over here to the left side, and finally we go out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
Why did
Coach,
they re-punt?
I have no idea what the official call was. We never got any indication by any of the officials on what the call was, other than the fact that I saw one official give us it was tip sign.
The only thing I can think of is that the official didn't blow the whistle to start the play. That's the only thing I could think of.
And
if that's even a thing.
Yep, that is. So the Marian Knights will have the football with 5:02 to go. Scoreless first quarter. They'll be at the 40-yard line. Their own 40-yard line. And the offense back on for the second time today. He had a 3-and-out the last time around. Yeah, it was Lucas Marr, your quarterback. In that short shotgun, 3 receivers set to the far side of field, 1 to the near side. Now a man in motion coming to the near side is Hansen. Here's the handoff to the right side. Nice little quick move here by Osmond. Osmond down the right sideline, tackle from behind, but not before he picks up a solid gain into Eagle territory. They'll officially mark the ball down at the 42-yard line.
Marian had a lot of success running that play last week against Mishawaka.
18-yard run on the play. And now Marian with an opportunity here inside Eagle territory officially for the first time with 3 receivers set to the left side, 1 to the right side. Here's a quarterback. Marr on the keeper, runs to the near side, lowers his shoulder, picks up 2 yards. Nice tackle along the near side. Lowered his shoulder, making a solid play. On the near side was Adriel Zeilman of Culver Academy. Bring up a second down and 8. 4:25 to go. Quarter number 1, no score. 2 receivers. Well, 1 receiver to the near side. Now they go 3 to the left side. Marr looks left, rolls to the far side, under duress, throws back across his body. Intercepted on the far side. An outstanding defensive effort by the Eagles. Making the big play was Ty Rankin. And turnabout is fair play. So a interception. And Marr just threw it to a wide open defender. So both teams have turned it over now here, Coach, in the early stages. And at the 4:03 mark, CMA will have the ball for the 3rd time already here in the first quarter. And they'll have it at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised at the amount of turnovers. Both teams have had success running the ball. Why not just keep running the ball down the field until they stop it?
Exactly. The Green Bay Packers won 7 world championship in the 60s by Packer power sweep right, Packer power sweep left. Wasn't that complicated. And now a tight formation as the Eagles offense is on the field. Quick toss out here to Tay Rodriguez. He'll try to turn the corner. Great defensive effort.
He's still on his feet, Coach.
Finally to slow him down, and that was just a sensational effort. Was that Joe Boone who was able to get a hand on her? It was. Also, I believe it was also in the same zip code was Vitali Long, also in there. And so it's going to bring up a no gain officially.
Gosh, the Marian defense has really tightened up the last 4, 5, 6 plays.
Second down and 10. 3:25 to go in a scoreless first quarter. Once again, the Eagles will have Schumacher here to the near side of the field. They'll have two to the far side, and the persons of Foster, Stockton, and also it's
option right.
Zeilman running right. Some room to run for Rodriguez, and he's going to pick up the first down, but a flag comes in a little late, and we'll wait for the call on that. Our coverage of high school football this afternoon is being presented in part by Hoosier Spring Company. Since its founding in 1954, Hoosier Spring Company has developed into one of the world's leading manufacturers of custom springs for aerospace, military, and commercial sectors. 3 generations of Seth Letnick and Nitz families have demonstrated their commitment to Catholic education by providing tuition assistance, numerous students attending area Catholic schools, and by providing financial assistance to numerous other Catholic school initiatives. Go Knights! Once again, we thank our friends at Hoosier Spring Company for their tremendous support here this afternoon and this morning.
The Laundry going against the Knights. Not sure if they're going to attack on the yardage after the play was over or from the spot of the foul.
And move the ball down to the 40-yard line, and so the Eagles once again find themselves across the 50-yard line for the second time here in this quarter. 2:58 to go, quarter number 1. We're scoreless here from Oliver Field in Culver, Indiana. Play clock in a comfortable position as the offense takes the field again. McColgan, shotgun. Looks right, throws right. And he has a man on the far side at the 35-yard line making the catch over there. Once again.
That was dropped, Coach.
Was it Foster Stockton? Stockton with the reception. And
no, Coach, that was dropped.
oh, okay. From my vantage point, it looked like he had the ball, and the officials are. Well, is my intentions to not single anybody out, but everybody late and telling everybody what they're doing. I didn't see the official wave his hand like you're supposed to, or make the catch sign. And we'll call this now a second down and 10. 2 receivers left.
Blitz by the Knights.
Here's the quarterback, McGugan on the keeper. Finds some room to run back on the far side. He's got some room down the right sideline. Is down near the 20-yard line. Outstanding decision by senior quarterback Michael McGugan as he found some daylight, and he gets all the way down to the 21-yard line. Officially, what are you going to give him, 15?
I got about 20 yards,
20 yards? Okay. And so it will be that at the 21-yard line. So the Knights defense has to tighten up the screws here.
Well, that time the Knights defense brought a blitz from the right-hand side. McLaughlin sensed it, went the other way, gained 20 yards.
2 receivers here to the near side, 1 to the right side. McColgan hands it off now to Rodriguez. Rodriguez is smothered over. Caden Lee, a big defensive tackle with the stop, no gain on the play. And ring up. Matter of fact, he's going to lose a yard on the play. So it'll be a tackle for loss for Lee. And we'll call it second down and 11 and a half. No score, 2:20 to go here in quarter number 1. As the Eagles trying to get into the red zone for the first time. Wide receivers, respectively, Cheney and Gray, left and right. McGugan back to pass, throws towards the end zone. The ball is up for grabs, incomplete. Nice job defensively. The intended receiver for the Knights was Ty Rankin, the youngster out of Lansing, Michigan, a 5'11", 155-pounder, a senior. And it's going to bring up a third down and 11. And now we have a Knight down on the field. It appears it's
Cooper Suff.
Cooper Suff. And he was part of that. He was going for the ball. I think he may have just gotten the wind knocked out of him. That's just my observation. Our coverage of high school football today being presented in part by McDonald Physical Therapy. McDonald Physical Therapy and Sports Rehabilitation Center, located at 1005 North Hickory Road in South Bend for over 3 decades. McDonald Physical Therapy and Sports Rehabilitation Center has been helping Michiana getting stronger every day. Their phone number is 574-233-5754. Once again, 574-233-5754. And the website is mcdonaldpt.com. Go check my buddy Fran McDonald, one of the best in the business.
Yes, Cooper Seth headed to the sideline, walking there himself.
And now the Eagles looking at 3rd down 11. The Knights hoping to thwart this drive. One receiver to the right side is Foster Stockton. He'll be joined over there by Ainsley Ritchie. Once again, the quarterback, Michael McGolgan, in that short shotgun with Trey Rodriguez on his left hip. 2 receivers to the near side. Here is McGolgan back to pass. Timing pattern down the end zone. And it just ran a seam route right there. The intended receiver on the play was Ainsley Ritchie. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. And what will Andy Doral and company do? It looks like they're going to bring in their kick team. And let's see how this plays itself out. Tommy Kelly, a 5'10", 168-pound senior, is your kicker. This will be a 40-yard attempt from the far hash mark. From right to left, respectively, with 1:56 to go. Good step, good placement. Kick blocked.
Scoop and score! Scoop and score!
Picking it up, going the other way.
Is that Brooks?
What a play by Braden Smith. And now the Marian Knights will have the ball. 1st and 10 in Culver Academy territory. Braden Smith, who got the great hop on the artificial turf, was able to go from left to right, and now the Knights in business in Eagle territory. We'll call this at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. The 3rd time the Knights have had the ball in this quarter with 1:53 to go. And this drive starts at the 40-yard line. And now, we'll see what Steve Bentkowski dials up here now on 1st and 10. My thoughts is just go back to that running game.
Let's run, dive right.
Giovanni Garcia de la Torre hovering over the football. Lucas Marr. 2 receivers left and right now. A man in motion coming to the near side is Brooks. They go right up the middle. Nice 12-yard scamper. Brian Osman following right behind the aforementioned Garcia de la Torre and alongside John Dubash. And that's going to be we'll call that an 11-yard gain for the mark him down at the 29-yard line.
So far this afternoon, Osman has 4 rushes for 36 yards.
2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left side now for the Knights. As Marr, shotgun. Hands it off once again to Osman. He'll dart to the outside, and he's hovered over by 3 red jerseys. Leading the hit parade was Trey Schumacher, a 5'11 senior from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, in on the stop. And now it's going to bring up a 2nd down, and we're going to call it 3, maybe 2.5, depending upon the spot. They need to go to the 19 to get the 1st down, so we'll give him 7 on that last rush. So a 3-receiver set to the right side, 1 to the left side. Marr once again. Here comes the blitz. Tosses out here a little. Pass out here on the island is going to be caught. Forward progress should pick up the 1st down. Nice tackle in space. But once again, perfectly placed ball right into the hands of Deuce Owens. And that will move the chains. And the Knights are in the red zone for the first time here with 55 seconds to go in the first quarter and a scoreless first quarter. Ball on the far hash mark. 2 receivers to the short side of the field, 1 to the right side of the field. Marr, shotgun. Man in motion coming to there. So they fake the jet sweep straight up the middle. Osman busted inside the 10-yard line and all the way down. They'll move him to the 7-yard line. And that will be a 1st down. And on the 11-yard scamper, it'll be 1st and goal for the Knights as we're winding down here in quarter number 1.
That's Osmond's sixth rush of the game for a total of 50 yards.
And the Knights are going to just allow the clock to roll out. So 1 quarter is in the books here from Oliver Field, home of the Eagles at Culver Academy. The Knights will be knocking at the door as we start the second quarter. Once again, we'll be back with more of our continuing coverage of American tackle football here on the Regional Radio Sports Network. Welcome back here on Regional Radio Sports. Paul Conner along with Coach Mike Rock. Coach, you've got some of the stats there in this one. First of all, for Marian, I think they've done a pretty good job when they've gone exclusively to Brian Osmond.
Yeah, he has rushed the ball tonight or this afternoon 6 times for 50 yards. That's where they've had the most success. The quarterback, has rushed 1 time for 2 yards. And passing, he is 1 for 3 for 3 yards with a pick.
What's your thoughts on just the back and forth of this game? No one's really kind of taking advantage of anything that anybody's doing.
I'm really surprised at the amount of turnovers. As I was watching these games the teams in pregame, they seem to be very organized and calmed and focused to come out and play their best ball. But we've had blocked kicks, interceptions, tackles for loss, penalties, all in the first quarter.
Yeah, we've had a games full of stuff in 1 quarter of play. There's no question about that. Good observation. And now the Knights will be on the farthest point from our vantage point where Coach and I are at. Lucas Marr, the quarterback, will settle in here on the 1st and goal from the 7. He goes over here to Osmond. He cuts it back and he goes into the end zone for the touchdown. Brian Osmond scores his 2nd touchdown of the season. This one, the first play of the second quarter, and at the 11:53 mark, it's 6-0 in favor of the Knights.
It was just a quick pitch to the right. Osmond cut it back to the center. Touchdown. Nice run by that young man.
Yes, it was. Now, see what happens here on the point after touchdown for Coach Mike Davidson's group. And once again, we talked about it. Sometimes this game, you got to get back to the basics. Block, tackle, run the football.
And take care of the football.
Absolutely. And now let's see how multiple substitutions coming in for both teams on special teams. One of the officials is talking with Mike Davidson over there. And it looks like they're going to set up the kick team. Lucas Primrose, a 5'8", 179-pound senior, is getting ready to get his placement in order from the hold. I believe that's Mitch Fimble that was down there, ready to put it down. The long snapper is Isaac Walton, the junior. And to kick from right to left. Still don't know what the delay is. But Isaac Walton said, I'm ready to go. And now to kick from right to left. Primrose. Good hold, good placement. End over end kick is from right to left through the uprights. It is good. 7-0 in favor of the Mishawaka Marian Knights. We'll be back with more of our continuing coverage of American tackle football right after this short timeout on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back here on Regional Radio Sports to Oliver Field. Touchdown run for Marian Scatback Brian Osmond, his 2nd of the season, at the 11:51 mark, or 11:53 mark officially in this one.
There's a penalty, Coach, against Marian.
and they called a flag for celebration.
Celebration.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Thanks you very much, Vince Gray, who's apparently watching this one online. You should be here, Vince. And to kick from right to left.
It's going to be a little bit more of a challenge this time to kick the ball for a touchback. Kicking from the 25.
I tell you what, I thought Isaac Walton did a nice job on the PAT on the snap. And even better, as the Knights are ready to go from right to left, move this one to kick off from the 25-yard line. So CMA, it looks like they're going to be in great position now as Lucas Primrose. And deep will be Tay Rodriguez. He's the featured guy. And it's going to be taken at the 32-yard line by one of the upmen. Well-played ball by Ainsley Ritchie. He gets it out past the 40-yard line, and that's where CMA will set up shop.
You know, CMA has had the most success on offense giving the ball to number 7, Tay Rodriguez. He has 8 rushes for 40 yards. Number 2, the quarterback, Michael McColgan, has thrown the ball 9 times for 15 yards.
And now the Knights will have the football here at the 11:45 mark of quarter number 2. And they'll start this drive officially at the 45-yard line. The left to right they will travel. 2 right, 1 left. Man in motion, stops in the near slot. Here's Rodriguez up the middle. Once again, a great effort by Marian at the point of attack, making a solid effort on tackle. I love the way Joe Boone is playing for Marian.
He was an all-conference NIC player last year.
10 tackles in the opener against the Mishawaka Cavemen. Boy, the Cavemen took Penn out of commission last night. Big win for Keith Kinder's squad. And they are off to a solid start. Certainly will make some noise.
It'll make some noise in the second season, that's for sure.
Once again, CMA, a 7-0 trailer with 11 minutes to go, first half. Receivers left and right. Stockton also to be joined here on the near side by Ty Rankin. And there's a run right up the middle. Rodriguez gapes one through to the 30. 25 sidesteps the defender to the 20 to 15, 10. He's going to try to hit the pylon, and he will score.
Touchdown.
Tay Rodriguez, the 5'10", 190-pound senior, scores at the 10:41 mark, as it's now a 1-point Marian lead.
50-yard touchdown run. That's his 10th run of the day for 93 yards.
And with that being said, PAT pending here from Tommy Kelly. Tommy Kelly, of course, his dad, a longtime assistant coach here. And from the hold of Jack Cheney, local product, is from Plymouth. He'll be putting a knee down. And this one for the tie here at 7-7. From left to right, good snap, good placement, end over end, kick out a piece of it, but it will find its way through the uprights, and it is good. We are tied 7-7. 10:41 to go here in the first half. And we'll be back with more of a continuing coverage of American tackle football live here from Oliver Field, home of the Eagles, on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
Go.
Welcome back here on Regional Radio Sports. J-Mill Packaging is celebrating 50 years in business as the area's premier box manufacturing company. The D-Roll family is committed to leading J-Mill Packaging as a world-class organization through innovative corrugated solutions and helping people win. At J-Mill Packaging, everybody matters. Let's go, Nice Nation. 7-7 ball game. Your thoughts, Coach, on the how about both teams kind of back and forth, some body punches in the first portion of the first quarter, and all of a sudden a couple of haymakers by both teams in the persons of Osman and Rodriguez, and now we're tied 7-7.
Well, in the wisdom of Lou Holtz, he said 3 things can happen when you throw the ball. There's going to be an interception, an incomplete pass, or a completion, and I think that both teams have figured that out. They're returning to the run, and they're having a lot of success.
That's a good observation, and now the Knights will kick again from left to right. And deep in the kickoff return will be Primrose. And
Braxton Brooks, number 3.
And also over on the far side, it appears to be Deuce Owens. And it will be Owens at the 10, to the 15, to the 20. And Owens tripped up, and he gets out to about the 27-yard line. And that's where the Knights will set up shop. Marian, Culver Academy locked in at 7-7 here with 10:35 to go here in quarter number 2 as they'll begin this drive from their own 27-yard line. Our coverage of high school football today being presented in part by our friends at Harrison Sons Construction. For over a decade, Harrison Sons Construction have offered full-service remodeling and construction. Projects include kitchen, bathroom, interior home remodeling. In addition, Harrison Sons Construction also offers roofing, siding, interior, and exterior painting. For more information, give them a call at 574-514-2104. That's 574-514-2104. Harrison Sons Construction.
It's a pass.
Here is Mar back to pass roll into the near side. Gets away from one. He throws it up for grabs. Heads up play by Mar just to get rid of it. Right before they brought the house, 4 red jerseys, maroon jerseys, if you will, in the same zip code. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 for Marian. Once again, the guys up front for the Marian Knights, Horvath, Warmington, Garcia de la Torre, Dubash, and Doran Brooks, the big boys wearing the blue pants and the white jerseys and the blue helmets. Lucas Marr now has a man in the slot to the near side, 2 receivers right and 1 to the far side left. There's a man in motion coming to the near side is Brooks. Now he'll go on the left hip of the quarterback, Marr. And he hands it off to Brooks. Brooks right up the middle to the 30. Sidesteps the defender. He pile drives down to about the 37-yard line, and that's going to be good enough for a Knights first down. Nice run by Braxton Brooks. A week ago, 3 carries for 13 yards, and that was his best carry of the first half.
Yep, 1 rush for 10 yards.
And now looking at a 1st and 10 here with 10-12 to go.
Yeah, Marian's going to have to find another runner. They can rely on Osmond for a bit, but he's already carried the ball 8 times tonight, or this afternoon.
Osmond in that on the right hip now. They'll go right back to Osmond. He sidesteps the defender, lost his mouthpiece coming through the line, and he'll pop across the 40 to about the 43-yard line where he's gang tackled there by a Sia Maroon. The guy with the first helmet on the play was Flint Leverett. That's going to be a pickup of 5, and it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 5. Clock at 9:30. Here rolling in quarter number 2, 7-7 ball game. 2 receivers left. Now it's Brooks going in motion to the right side. They'll run the jet sweep to Brooks. Brooks to the 45. Sidesteps the defender into Eagles territory. Down the right sideline. Cuts it back here to the middle. He's still on his feet, and he's finally wrapped up at the 40. Check it out at the 33-yard line. What a run for Brooks.
Good vision, stayed on his feet. I thought he was going to run out of bounds, but he stayed in bounds, back to the center of the field, and kept going toward the end zone.
Wow, it's just a tremendous run. Now it's a 1st and 10 now. Is there going to be a timeout called here by Culver Academy? Andy Dorrell's going to discuss pleasantries with his squad. We're going to take timeout as well. We'll be back with more of our coverage. 7-7 ball game, quarter number 2. We'll be back right after this on Regional Radio Sports. Welcome back here on Regional Radio Sports. Don't forget to join us every Thursday night for our best in local sports talk from Beef O'Brady's. Tanner Camp will be hanging out and taking care of business this week for me because I'll be doing college volleyball. A couple college volleyball games on Regional Radio Sports this week. Bethel and University women's home match against Mount Vernon Nazarene, a team that's unbeaten right now, ranked in the top 25. And they have Indiana University South Bend and St. Xavier going to be matched up on Thursday. And then, of course, we'll be back to some high school football on Friday. Once again, Lucas Marr and company. Here's the handoff to Brian Osmond. Osmond leans forward and wrapped up nicely as he nears the 30-yard line. Tackle putting a head on him was William Kirshner. Pick up a ball. Give him 4. Call it a 2nd down and 6.
Coach, you may not know this, but I'm a fan of the Coach's Box. I usually listen on 91.1 The Globe on Thursday night from 6 to 7. I always learn something new.
Well, I do too. And that's the and honestly, that's the thing about that show. We designed it to talk about coaches. We have our big kickoff show every year, as you well know, and we get the kids on. But it's about getting to know the coaches, getting some of the behind-the-scenes stuff, enjoying to do that. I remember I did my first Coach's Box, I believe it was 1988.
Oh, my.
It was out in Maryville, and a place called Foddy's at the time. And then we moved it over to Mike Ditka's restaurant, where I did that show there for many, many years.
Did you ever have the coach on your show?
I did.
You had Coach Ditka on your show?
We did. From his restaurant, we did it there. We had guys like Gail Sayers.
Oh, wow.
You know, I mean, if you're a Bears fan, and Paul Condry is a lifelong Packers fan, was always
I can't like everything about you, Paul.
Yeah, that's all right. As a lifelong Packers fan, I had my field day because that was the first thing I would show them when I would show up with my Green Bay Packers shirt on, and it's like, what are you doing here?
I'm sure they tackled you right on the spot.
Yes. Tom Thayer did one time. A 3 receiver set here to the near side for the team wearing the blue and white, the Marian Knights. We're in a 7-7 ball game. Wide to the far side for the Knights is Jack Darrell, excuse me. And once again, it is Marr. Marr blows to the near side, throws the ball, caught by Brooks. Brooks to the 30, 25, got a pick. 20, 15, 10, down the near sideline. He will score. Beautiful pass by Marr. The Knights were fortunate that they got a pick along the near side. And Braxton Brooks, his longest reception of the season was 22. This one goes
for 30.
30, and the Knights have upped the ante to 13-7 here at the 8:33 mark. Beautiful play. They took advantage of a great pick that was not called.
That's that perimeter blocking that Coach Darrell was talking about in last night's interview before the game was canceled. Seems to be a strength of the Knights.
And now the point after touchdown from Lucas Primrose. Kick from right to left through the uprights. It is good. Marian leads Culver Academy with 8:31 to go in quarter 2, 14-7. We're going to take a quick timeout, come back, and we'll recap that drive. A dandy for the Knights. We'll be back right after this short timeout on Regional Radio Sports.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back here on Regional Radio Sports, along with Coach Mike Rock. Tiny Condry directing traffic here today. I am, Coach, and I know you'll appreciate this. I'm out of my element with my guys not here today. Legendary crew that I've had together for 30-plus years, Steve McIntyre and Frank Kilpicassi, who are my teammates. And great to be with you, Coach. Our first time spending time doing football together.
I'm glad I can be here.
Yeah, this has been a fun opportunity for us and getting a chance to see some teams that I normally wouldn't get a chance to see because I spend my Friday nights in the Duneland Athletic Conference. A little short kick, and that's going to raise a flag, if you will. And with that, now the Culver Academy Eagles will be in really good position. Well, that drive Started at the 27-yard line, and just like that, at the 10:35 mark in a little over 3 minutes. And with that being said, now the Culver Academy Eagles will have the football. It'll be now they're going to make them re-kick. Fred Schwab, he brings the football over here. One of the legends of our officiating world will make the call, and then he'll mark off the 5 yards necessary. And now to kick again will be Lucas Primrose, the 5'8", 179-pound senior. And I thought the special teams units would play a bigger factor because I know that both the coaches like their units right now. Deep is Tay Rodriguez. He'll also be joined out there by Ainsley Ritchie. And let's see how Primrose goes this time. His first kickoff of the day went deep into the end zone. And now let's see how he lets it rip this time. And he does. And this one will bounce at the 5 and go straight up the elevator shaft, and it's picked on the fly by Rodriguez. Rodriguez floats to the outside. He's got a seam, and he'll be run out of bounds. Nice play by the Knights, Terrence Lane, to run him out of bounds. Boy, I tell you what, that's making chicken salad out of chicken doo-doo, as my good friend, and God rest his soul, the legendary Tony Robbins would say. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Culver Academy Eagles.
I thought that ball was going to make it to the end zone again.
I did too. And now coming on to run the show again, Michael McGolgan. McGolgan, a 5'11", 185-pound senior. And he'll have wide to the right side now, Foster Stockton, the senior. And he'll have a receiver package to the far side with 2 guys and one here. The tight end will be on the right side in the person of Flint Leverett. McLaughlin, short shotgun. Rodriguez on his right hip. They fake the jet sweep. Busted play. McLaughlin back to pass. Floats out of the pocket, rolls to the near side, and he quickly gets out of bounds as he saw 2 white jerseys coming his way. We had nothing to do with Harrison Gibbons and Joe Boone that were getting ready to rearrange his face piece. And
just live for another play.
Good decision by the senior quarterback. As those guys smell blood.
Live for another play.
Absolutely. Pick up a 4, bring it up a 2nd down and 6. 8:16 to go, first half. Knights 14. Eagles 7. I'm impressed the way this Eagles team flies to the football.
They are quick.
On offense and defense. And the Knights likewise have been very, very good. I like this linebacking core for Marian. Here a little counter play coming right here to the near side. Once again, outstanding defensive effort. Stepping up and making the play again was Joe Boone as he wrapped up Tay Rodriguez. When you can hold Rodriguez, as shifty as he was, to only a couple yards, they've done a pretty good job. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down, and we're going to call it 5. Ball resting at the 41-yard line of the home team as they're moving from left to right.
I really appreciate the Eagles huddling each time.
Yeah.
It gives me time to collect my thoughts and write things down.
2 receivers to the right now. It trips to the left side now for McGolgan. McGolgan and that short shotgun. Rodriguez in motion to the far side. Run the quick toss on the sweep.
Oh boy.
Rodriguez with some running room across the midfield stripe. A touchdown-saving tackle on the far side and show great sportsmanship on the far side. Braden Smith makes the tackle against Rodriguez. Mano-a-mano out there. Outstanding play. That'll be into the Knights side of the field again.
Now, this isn't just an estimate. It's not official. But that is Rodriguez's 12th run of the day, and he is at 102 yards.
Yeah, he's a special talent. Of course, coming off 101 yards rushing in the season opener against the Eagles, John Adams High School. 2 receivers for the Eagles to the near side. Once again, Leverett, the tight end right side. Here's a quick move by the quarterback, stepping out McLaughlin, rolling to the near side. He's going to turn upfield, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. This time it was Nicholas Quiet, a 5'11", 184-pound senior with the push out, and it's going to be a pickup of 3. And we're going to call it a 2nd down and 7 as we're inside $7 to go here in this first half of play with Marian leading Culver Academy 14-7.
It was really number 99, Caleb Johnson for Marian, who broke through the Eagles' offensive line to chase McCoglin to the sideline.
And when you get that backside coverage, forcing him to do things, that makes it special. Good observation from left to right now. The Eagles will have Cheney and Rakin wide far side. McLaughlin, short shotgun. He's got Rodriguez this time. Again on his right hip. Quick toss, little square out ball caught here on the near side. Nice play by Quinn Roan defensively. Ball caught by Foster Stockton. And that is going to be just ran a little hitch route over here on the near side. And the ball caught right around the 39 or 41-yard line. And here's an interesting call now for Andy Doral and company. At the 6.5-minute mark, it's 3rd down and 1. Do you try to make the big play here, or
I think you just run for the first down, Coach.
That's how I feel, the exact same way. Once again, 2 left, 1 right now. Here it is, right up the middle. Tay Rodriguez is going to pick up the first down on the 1-yard run. Once again, tackle made in space by Caleb Johnson, the senior end. And we'll see what the officials decide to do. It'll be a first down for the home team as we're nearing the 6-minute mark here in quarter number 2.
Okay, the Eagles have a solid drive going here, relying on the run.
Once again,
maintaining control of the ball.
Jack Cheney, a Plymouth native, the farthest wide receiver. 3 receivers set to the left side, 1 right side now. To the near side of Stockton. McGogan, quick pitch out here to Rodriguez. Rodriguez got some room to run on the perimeter. He squirts near the first down marker, and he'll officially be ran out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Once again, Rodriguez showing some quicks out there.
That's his 14th rush of the day for 113 yards.
And that will be a gain of about 8.5. As methodically, both teams have really kind of gone back to what we suggested that they do. I know they're not listening, but the reality of it is to just go back to the basics. Play a little smash mouth. Never hurt anybody. Now 2 receivers set. Now make it 3 to the near side, 1 to the left side. Nice showing blitz. Here is McLaughlin throwing the home run ball towards the end zone ball. Incomplete. The intended receiver. Tremendous effort, nonetheless, by Ty Rankin. Defensively for the Marian Knights was Quinn Roan. And both those guys will give a little bit of a fist pump there. Boy, Rankin just laid it all out, the Lansing, Michigan native. And he's got to come to the sideline and get a breath. And there's a Marian Knight down on the field. We'll wait for the officials to get us back to play. But in the meantime, we're going to take a quick timeout. 5:35 to go here in quarter number 2. The Knights 14, the Eagles 7. We'll be back right after this on Regional Radio Sports.
Go.
Seth
Kerzeder.
Yeah.
Kerzeder, yeah. Welcome back here on Regional Radio Sports. The down Marian Knight is Seth Kerzeder, a 6'1", 207-pound junior. And they're helping him off the field. And with that being said, I think everybody's just we're going to take a water break. And with that being said, it'll be a 3rd down and 1 here for, well, the Knights. Did the Knights officially take a timeout?
I didn't see a call for a timeout, Coach.
I tell you what, it's just, I think they took a timeout because looking at the timeouts on the board, I believe they officially took a timeout.
I see Coach Davidson out on the field.
Yeah. Mike is calling the defense today. Steve Benkowski, the offensive coordinator today. And look at this. We go old school. Full house backfield, and it's busted up. Marian comes up big on the 3rd down. as they ran with the old school full house backfield, and that one backfired on the Eagles, and that's going to bring up a 4th down, and we're going to call it 1.5, as they actually are going to give them no gain officially. They need to get to the 28-yard line. The ball is at the 30.5-yard line with 5:06 to go here in the second quarter. Marian leading 14-7, and this is the pivotal moment of the game now for both teams. The Eagles, they will go double tight end formation. Once again, full house backfield. Here is the.
There's a pass, Coach.
And he's back to pass. Throws it. Ball caught over here on the near side for a first down, and down the left sideline. Some room to run for Schumacher, and he will go near the end zone, and he dives past the pylon, and he scores. So a busted play comes up big for Culver Academy as Trey Schumacher, the youngster from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, comes up with the big play. Boy, but that play had disaster written in all over because McLaughlin, the quarterback, collided with one of his running backs on the initial play. But once again, it's a big play for the Eagles, and they come within one here with 4:38 to go here in the second quarter.
Coach, I'm not surprised that they passed on that play last week against the Eagles. They were in that formation and ran a passing play for a touchdown.
And once again, the kick from left to right. Jack Cheney will be the holder. Good snap, good placement. The end-over-end kick is through the uprights, as knocking it through is Tommy Kelly. And we're tied 14-14 with 4:36 to go. The Knights and the Eagles, a dandy here on a Saturday afternoon at Oliver Field. We'll be back right after this on Regional Radio Sports. Welcome back here on Regional Radio Sports. Paul Condry along with Coach Mike Rock. Tiny Condry directing traffic and then some. Both of our other crews are in action here today. We've got college soccer across the Regional Radio Sports Network. Holy Cross College soccer with Tanner Camp and Jay White. They'll be in action up at Notre Dame, Indiana for that one. And J.P. Jobert, who normally is in the position where I am in right now. You're the voice of Marian football. Is with the Indiana University South Bend women's soccer team. And so you'll have to go with plan C here today. And now to go from left to right on that kick as Jack Standfast. Standfast will put it at the 40. Standfast, the youngster from Culver, Indiana, a 5'8", 153-pounder, approaches the football, and he'll punch it end over end. And it's taken here by Deuce Owens. Owens at the 10, to 15, to 20, to 25, to 30, and he gets all the way out past the 35-yard line. They will mark him at the 38-yard line, and that's where the Knights will set up shop with 4 minutes and 29 seconds to go. We had a scoreless first quarter, but we've had 28 points scored here in this quarter thus far.
Yeah, both by the pass and by the run.
It's now the Marian Knights offense to go from right to left. We'll have Owens over here along the near side. He'll be joined out here by Terrence Lane. To the far side, Braxton Brooks as Lucas Marr comes in the shotgun formation.
They have an empty backfield.
I see that. A rarity that we've seen today. So Marr, and now here on the jet sweep here to the near side is Braxton Brooks, and he'll just run out of real estate, and there's going to be a flag called right here in front of our vantage point. I believe it's going to be some illegal contact. Yes, it was. That's a hold on the Knights, and that's not the way Mike Davids wanted to start this drive out, deep in his own territory. And I believe they called it on Deuce Owens. The official pointed to him. And that will move the ball back here to the 27-yard line. So the 10-yard markup makes it First down and 20. Ball on the 27. 3 receivers set here to the short side of the field.
It's a crowded sideline.
Yes, it is.
Nobody to the right side.
And
split out.
Once again, Marr, shotgun. Looks right, looks over the middle, throws the home run ball down the left side. He had a man there. As breaking free was Braxton Brooks, but he overthrew him as the safety did not rotate over, and they're talking about that right now. They were really fortunate as I believe it was it Simon Smith. Now check that. It was Owen Dorrell who was playing safety, was supposed to rotate over. I believe he and Ty Rankin are talking about what they were supposed to do right there. And now it'll be a 2-receiver set now here for Marian again, here with 4:16 to go in a 14-14 ball game. Ball at the 27-yard line on 2nd down and 20.
Jack DeRoll on an island out there on the right-hand side.
Osmond will take the carry. He'll dart to the outside 30. 35, pushes forward. Now here to about the 38-yard line. Is able to pick up 11 yards. And so it's a workable 3rd down and 9 now for the Marian Knights.
That was Osmond's 10th rush of the day for 77 yards.
Yeah, I like his vision in there. He had 86 yards a week ago in the season opener. And now he's going to go to the sidelines. No, check that. It's Braxton Brooks is going to go wide right. So I have a 3-receiver set to the right side, 1 to the near side. 3 down linemen now in the set here. Fumich, Thompson, and Ridgway here for the Eagles. Back to pass and a sack here on the near side. Jackson Ridgway, I just mentioned his name, brought the house, and they sacked the quarterback, Lucas Marr, all the way back here inside the 30. Marked the line of scrimmage at the 28-yard line. And that we'll have to see the Marian punt team come on here with 3 minutes and some change to punt from right to left.
Coach, good things happen when you run the ball.
Absolutely. Harrison Gibbons, the senior, will be punting. He's standing currently on his 12-yard line. The talented Tay Rodriguez. You don't want to give him any opportunities in the open field. Good snap. Kick off the side of the foot. Will be taken by Rodriguez at the 41 to the 45, and he is tackled in space. Beautiful tackle by Braden Smith. Braden Smith can absolutely play the game. I like the way he goes about it. Our coverage of high school football today being presented in part by Troy Gill, your local licensed insurance agent with Health Markets Insurance Agency in northern Indiana. Choosing the right Medicare plan for you can be confusing. Let Troy help you find a plan that best fits your needs and budget. Call him today at 574-360-0791 to speak with a licensed insurance agent for a free appointment virtually by phone, in person, to review your specific needs and help find a plan that's right for you. Call him at 574-360-0791. Health Markets Insurance Agency. Thanks again to Troy Gill for his support of our broadcast here today. And now Culver Academy. McGowan back to pass. Rolls out of the pocket. He finds a man on the far side. Ball is caught at the 33-yard line and a flag down in the backfield. What's the call, Coach? Did you see it?
I saw the reception. Sometimes it's holding.
Yep. Offensive pass interference. Is that what they called?
Well, the referee pointed in both directions. Culver players are clapping. Not sure what's going on here, Coach.
And now we'll let the guys in black and white sort things out. But once again, we want to thank our good friend Troy Gill with Health Markets Insurance. Call Troy with all your life, health, and Medicare needs at 574-360-0791.
It's against Marian.
Our coverage today also being presented in part by our friends at Coca-Cola Bottling. They wish Culver Academy head coach Andy Dorrell and the Eagles best of luck in the game today as their dreams take flight for a successful regular season and postseason campaign. For more information, please check out their website at cckokomo.com.
That last reception was by Trey Schumacher, number 9. That's his 3rd reception of the game. And right now, he is at 55 yards.
And then they'll mark off a 15-yard penalty against Marian. And now the ball is going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the Knights' 18-yard line. A big gainer when it's all said and done when you add them all up now. Once again, Michael McGolgan, quarterback, 2 right, 1 left. Knights, the ball comes past. And what was the call there? They got to call an illegal procedure on the Eagles.
That was actually a break for the Eagles.
Boy, they certainly were, because if McGolgan doesn't take care of the business at hand, that ball goes over his head, but he somehow was able to pick it up. So they move the line of scrimmage back here to the 23-yard line. 2:15 to go in the second quarter, 14-14 tie. Knights, Johnson, Lee, Logan, Walton, the big boys up front. Joe Boone's up on that line now in that position, and Marian's showing blitz again. Here's Rodriguez, sidestep defender. He's going nowhere. Another loss of 2. Caleb Johnson stood his ground. Also, Caden Lee making the tackle. And now the Eagles going in the wrong direction, back to the 25-yard line. They can pick up a first down at the 8. I'm going to call this one 2nd and 15. 2 right, 1 left again. Michael McGolgan, great lacrosse player, throws the ball towards the end zone. The ball is caught for a touchdown. Ty Rankin makes the reception, and you know they're going to say he was juggling the football. He was out of bounds with 90 seconds to go here in the quarter. And the officials are waving it off. Boy, what an effort nonetheless by Ty Rankin, the 5'11", 155-pound senior. They're going to wave it off. They said he was juggling it. To quote my great friend and broadcast partner of many, many college basketball games, Mark Gardner, he did the juggling thing. Officials are always doing that. And so wave off what could have been the go-ahead TD, and it will be 3rd down. And again, with 17 yards to go. Officially, that's what we're at here from the 25-yard line. 2 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right side. McGolgan, shotgun. Now he has Tay Rodriguez on his left hip. McGolgan looks over to the middle, steps out of the pocket to the left side. Now back to the right side. He's under duress. McGolgan with plenty of time throws the ball towards the end zone. This time it's caught for a touchdown. Ty Rankin is able to pick up the aerial for Michael McGolgan, and the Knights defense gives up the big play, and the Eagles jump in front 20-14.
There was some excellent quarterback play at that time by Michael McColgan. He was being pressured by number 51 from Marian, Kruziter. McColgan was able to roll right, push the ball down the field, and a nice reception. 27-yard
score. And now when it's all said and done, it's now 20-14 with the PAT pending. Here's the end over end kick. It is through the uprights. It is good. 14 unanswered by the home team will catapult them to a 21-14 lead with 76 seconds to go here in the second quarter. We'll be back with more of high school football right after this on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back here on Regional Radio Sports. Coach Mike Rock, Paul Condry, glad you joined us here today. Star of the show is the legendary Tiny Condry, who's doing it all here today. And, of course, we want to thank our friends at Culver Academy for their great hospitality. Kevin Cox, who I first met when he was the head football coach at North Judson St. Pierre, coached down there with his father for many, many years. We want to thank our friends at Coca-Cola Bottling Company. They want to wish the Culver Academy Eagles head coach Andy Dorrell and the Eagles best of luck in their game this afternoon as their dreams take flight for a successful regular season and postseason campaign. For more information on the Coca-Cola Bottling Company, cckokomo.com. That is your number for you to remember. And now the kick is going to be coming your way for the Eagles. Stand fast. Let's a rip. It's going to be taken here again by Brooks. Brooks to the near side 20, 25-30. Finds a seam to the 40 down the near sideline, and he's finally ran out of bounds. And the official will say he went out of bounds at the 49-yard line. Brooks showing some serious quicks on the play.
You know, in pregame today, Coach Dorrell, coach of the Eagles, mentioned to us the hidden yards that are in special teams play, and right there you see a return of almost 50, well, it's to the 50-yard line. Hidden yardage.
And so now the Marian Knights will have the football to go from right to left. Once again, in case you're just joining us here today, Knights coming into the ballgame at 0-1. Eagles sitting at 1-0. Near side, Deuce Owens. Far side, Jack Darrell. Over here on the near side, also joining him will be Braxton Brooks. As Lucas Marr, the junior signal caller, has Brian Osmond behind him on his right hip. Eagles 3 down linemen. Now here comes the linebacker on the blitz. Osmond goes right past the defender, and he lost his helmet. That means he's going to have to come out of the ball game. Initially hit on the defensive effort by the Eagles was Jackson Ridgway. Ridgway literally took his helmet off, and thus Osmond will have to go in, and they'll have to make some substitutions because, of course, if you lose your helmet, whatever the reason being, you have to sit out for a play. And now they'll go with the talented Braxton Brooks neck at the running back. Brooks at 5'10", Osmond at 5'5", so you've got that disparity. As Coach Mike Davidson is talking to the official, he's asking for some clarification on something. Our coverage of this game this afternoon at Oliver Field being presented in part by our friends at Farrell Wealth. I want to thank them for their great support. 2 receivers right, 2 left now for Mishawaka Marian. Lucas Marr, signal caller. Back to pass. Looks, throws over the middle. He's got a man there on a seam route. Ball caught at the 25-yard line by Deuce Owens. And Marian in business at the 25-yard line with 48 seconds to go on the second quarter clock. Beautiful pass on the seam route as Marr put it right on the money. And once again, running the quick offense. They'll start the clock here. And, of course, this time Marr slams it to the turf. And they'll have a chance to regroup here. Boy, I tell you what, that was a perfectly thrown ball and a great route.
It was a not very well executed play. Seam route down the middle. Nice cut to the middle of the field by number 1, Owens. Nice catch. Nice throw.
Whether your retirement feels like a 99-yard drive or you are at the goal line looking to punch the ball in, a good coaching staff can guide you before the game goes into overtime. Farrell Wealth is a wealth management company that personally guides you to your retirement end zone, locally owned in Valpo. Good to get your first downs and move you to change your life. Once again, Farrell Wealth, 246-2516. That's 219-246-2516. Thanks to the Farrell Wealth. Here's Marr back to pass. Throws over the middle. Ball caught here on a little up route by Terrence Lane. Lane making the grab inside the 20. And that is going to be short of the first down, but close. Nice little, give him a 7 yards on the pickup with 56 seconds to go. Now clock roll. Keep in mind, Knights have no timeouts remaining. The Eagles have their full allotment. As a matter of fact, I think Andy Dorrell is going to take one of those timeouts right now, and he will, to settle up his defense here. I can't take him into the halftime with you. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be back with more of high school football live here from Oliver Field in beautiful Culver, Indiana. We'll be back right after this short timeout on Regional Radio Sports. Welcome back here to Oliver Field in Culver, Indiana. Paul Condry along with Coach Mike Rock. Great to have Coach with me today. It's the all Governor Square broadcast team here today. 3 receivers here to the left side. Here's a little timing pattern to the right side. Ball caught close to a first down as Darrell makes the catch. Coach, I think he got enough. He did.
He got enough.
About a 4-yard gain, and just like that, inside the 15, the clock continues to roll. Here is Marr, once again with the spike, stops the clock with 25 seconds to go. I like the efficiency that Marian has run this 2-minute drill.
Yeah, they have to practice this a few times and for it to work in a game.
And now, play clock rolling, and now setting up shop will be Terrence Lane on the right side. He'll be joined out there by Darrell. Over on the near side, Deuce Owens. And we have not seen Brian Osmond since he had his helmet taken off. He's not been in the game to my knowledge.
Into the game is Mitch Fimble from Marian taking over at quarterback.
Yes. Fimble, a 5'11", 168-pounder. He is an 11th grader, and he's in that shotgun formation with Braxton Brooks on his left. Here's a quick toss now here to Brooks. Brooks will try to turn it upfield. Sidesteps the defender. He's inside the 10. Ran out of bounds nicely. Well played ball by Ty Rankin to push him out of bounds. The one thing that this Eagles team has, they're playing a lot of guys going both ways.
Yeah, if they had played last night, that would have been more of a disadvantage in the heat.
And once again, they're going to officially mark this play dead at the 9-yard line is where they're going to call the line of scrimmage. It will be 9-yard line. 3rd down, 18 seconds to go. That good thing about that play is he got out of bounds to stop the clock.
That's right, Coach.
Mitch Fimble, shotgun formation. Looks to the left side, throws a dart, pass into the end zone, knocked away, but a flag comes in at the last minute. They're going to whistle a pass interference against Stephen Gray, the senior corner, and that will stop the clock with 13 seconds to go.
Making the attempt to catch the pass was number 1, Deuce Owens.
And now the question is, if you're head coach Mike Davidson and your offensive coordinator today, Stephen Benkowski, what will you do here? You've got 13 seconds. You got to take a shot to the end zone. You at least want to get out of here with at least 3.
They do have a competent field goal kicker, number 22.
Lucas Primrose?
Yep.
And let's see how they play this out as decision has been made.
And Lucas Marr is back in the game at quarterback.
And now the ball, after they mark off the penalty, it'll be a 3rd down and 1 at the 5-yard line. And now Marr will drive forward, and he'll pick up the first down and then some as he goes toward the end zone, and they mark him down at the 1-yard line. What an effort by the Marian quarterback, Lucas Marr.
Coach, did they have a timeout?
They blew him dead at the 3. From my vantage point up here, it looked like he got to the 1-yard line.
Marian doesn't have any. Maybe they have 1 left.
And once again, we need to go back and start this up from the officiating. This crew does not work together. In talking with Mike Davidson before the game, 2 of the officials, they only had 2 officials this morning, and they're calling all over the place trying to get some guys to come in and help out. So this is kind of a makeshift crew, if I can use that terminology here. And so that's what we're having. We've seen several things happen during the course of the broadcast here today, is that there has been some of those things where there wasn't a clear call what the play was here or what the play was there. And so this is one of those situations where, once again, we thought the ball had gotten to the 1-yard line. Evidently, they had blown it dead at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, Marr was still on his feet. He was never brought to the ground.
And so with 7 seconds to go, it's make or break time for head coach Mike Davidson and company, because now you've got to get the ball in the end zone somehow, some way, if you're even thinking about maybe potentially getting a kick. But once again, Brian Osman is back in the ballgame, and that's a good place to be if you're a Marian Knight offensive threat.
Coach, I think they're going to pass here because of the time.
7 seconds remaining. Here is Marr, shotgun, looks to the right side.
Throw it.
Looks, throws, timing pattern towards the end zone, overthrows it, but with 2 seconds to go, they'll bring in the field goal team. So they made a shot towards the end zone. The intended receiver was Jack Darrell, the senior, and so the kick team will come in. And coming in, Isaac Walton, who is your long snapper here in this situation. Your kicker, Lucas Primrose. He'll be kicking from the near hash mark from the hold of Mitch Fimble. And Fimble will put it down at the 10-yard line. This will be a 20-yard field goal from the near hash mark. And kick from the near side to the far side to close the gap. And now a timeout taken by Culver Academy. Let's ice the kicker.
There we go.
We can do that. We're going to take a quick timeout and come back with more of high school football here from CMA. We'll be back right after this on Regional Radio Sports. Welcome back here to our broadcast location at Oliver Field here in Culver, Indiana. Historic Culver Academy. Glad that you've joined us here today. Coach Mike Rock, Paul Condry. Glad you can join us here today. 21-14. We have 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Culver Academy leading by a 21-14 score. And now trying to close the gap will be senior kicker Lucas Primrose for Marian. Fimble is down on one knee as they'll attempt the 20-yard field goal from the near hash mark. And they fake it, and the pass is incomplete. And with that being said, it will be no. The ball goes forward.
It's a touchdown.
And they called a touchdown on the play. I thought it was just a shovel pass. And we're going to wait for the official's call on this.
That was definitely
because we had one official raise his hands and we had one official waving it off. I saw a shovel pass, the old Idaho shuffle, where a forward pass to the running back who was going through the middle of the field. And what is the call going to be? They're going to say it was a touchdown. And Andy Dorrell is out on the field, wanting to know what was the call. I would like to know what the call was. Evidently, they're saying the ball was fumbled and a slew of white jerseys fell on the ball in the end zone. And Andy Dorrell's on the field. He is in the end zone right now trying to talk to the officials about what happened.
I've never seen a coach go out onto the middle of the field like this.
And justifiably so. From our vantage point up high, I don't know what the call is.
The scoreboard hasn't changed. It's still 21-14. Are they in for the extra point? Are they re-kicking the field goal? What are they doing here? The yardsticks are down, so I think they are kicking an extra point.
And so from right to left, they'll try it again now. Let's see what they do with Lucas Primrose. They have not put the touchdown on the board. Here is the kick through the uprights, and it is good. And so they're going to rule touchdown. We'll have to find out who was the guy who recovered the ball in the end zone. So it's 21-21. What a bizarre ending to the end of the second quarter. So 2 quarters are in the books. 21-21, our score. We'll try to sort out who's going to get officially credited with the fumble recovery, because I saw the ball come out of the receiver's hands. I thought it was a forward pass. Coach, did you see a forward pass?
It was a flick forward. It was like the play you were saying, the old Idaho shuffle.
We'll sort it out. We'll take a quick timeout. 21-21. So the drive for Marian that started at the 49-yard line, they score at the horn, if you will. And with that being said, we are tied 21-20. What a bizarre second quarter. Both teams score 21 points. Go figure. We'll be back right after this short timeout on Regional Radio Sports.
I have no idea.
Culver, Indiana. Paul Condry along with Coach Mike Rock. All right, 21-21 ball game. Might as well be 0-0 for what's all said and done. From what we saw from the offenses, Coach, they made the adjustments from what the defenses showed them in the first quarter. We were scoreless at the end of one, obviously with teams racking up 42 points in the second quarter. Now the defense has got to go back and adjust to doing what they did in the first quarter, respectively. So let's talk about this Marian defense and head coach Mike Davis, who's taken over for that group today. Well, give us your thoughts on what Mike needs to do to slow this offensive team down for Culver Academy.
Well, I think when you talk about the Marian defense, it all begins with their linebacking core. Joe Boone in the middle, number 0. 5'10", 216-pound senior. He's had a few very violent tackles as the game has gone on. And also the Marian Knights, they have blitzed a bit, and they have gotten pressure on the quarterback from Culver, Michael McColgan. But, they need to finish the play. When they get the pressure on the quarterback, they get that initial pressure. They force the quarterback to a sideline, and then he's able to either throw the ball downfield or run down the field to gain some yards. So I think for the Marian defense that, when they get to the quarterback, they just have to finish. They have to finish the play. They have to bring him down in the backfield.
All right, teams are back out on the field. Marian High School decked out. Blue pants, white jerseys, blue numbers, blue helmets. They're on the far side of the field, which would be the north side of the field. The Eagles of Culver Academy decked out in the white trousers with the maroon trim and the maroon jerseys with the white numbers and the white helmets. They are on the near side of the field, which would be the south side of the field. Once again, what's so unique about Culver Academy, there are just not a lot of east-west fields in the Hoosier State. Most of them are north-south, but, of course, Oliver Field, and it's a beautiful new turf. And now the coaches are talking with the officials, and I saw Fred Schwab and some of the Eagles coaching staff, and I saw Fred doing the juggling act, as I had mentioned before in the third quarter. But Andy Dorrell's guys are ready to go, and we're ready to start third quarter action.
Just got to turn the page. The most important play is the next play.
Exactly right. Once again, glad you can join us here for this one. And in case you're just hopping along, missed our pregame. 23rd meeting all time between these two teams. First meeting happened back in 1966. Marian winning over Culver Academy 26-19. Culver's last win at home was back in 2018. Score at that time of that game was 9-7. Last Marian win at Culver was in 2022, 21-3. The last meeting between these two teams, Marian took home a 21-14 win. So here we're ready to go. The Knights will kick off. Check that. The Knights will receive as CMA will kick off from left to right, respectively. Jack Stanfast has been the guy at the point of this kickoff team. And now deep will be Braxton Brooks. Brooks, a 5'10", 189-pound senior, talking things over here at the 5-yard line as Culver Academy has broken the huddle, and we're ready to go. There's the whistle. Stand fast. Raises his hand, and we're ready to get underway. He'll approach it, and he'll angle one to the left side, and it's going to be taken at the 8, to the 10, the 15. Quinn Roan now to the 20, stops on a dime, cuts it back, lowers his shoulder,
still
and
on
he
his feet.
Spins to the 25-yard line. Nice little run by Quinn Roan. And he's wrapped up on special teams by Owen Dorrell, head coach Andy's oldest son. And Marian's offense will start this drive at the 11:49 mark.
I think Quinn ran about 65 yards on that play. Ran from one side of the field to the other.
Starting the drive at the 25-yard line.
Got to push that ball up the field.
And once again, we'll give you our starting grouping here. It'll be Horvath, Warbington, Garcia de la Torre at center, Dubash and Brooks, Doran Brooks, the guys up front for Marian. Quarterback Lucas Marr, shotgun. goes to Brian Osmond, and he is just mauled at the line of scrimmage. Great job defensively by Flint Everett. Everett, a great game in the season opener against the John Adams Eagles. He had 12 tackles and 3 for negative yardage, and that's a no-gainer there. But the defense up front, it's Fumich, Thompson, and Ridgway. Linebacking core of Stockton, Kirshner, Leverett, and Schumacher. The corners are Ritchie and Gray. Safeties are Doral and Rakin. And here's another whistle.
It's a false start on Marian.
So the 5-yard markup goes in the wrong direction if you're a fan of the Knights.
Culver was blitzing a backer on the left-hand side. That made the lineman a little bit jittery, and he started the play early.
And now the Knights will have a 2-receiver set to the right side. As it, Darrell will be over there with Braxton Brooks. Over on the near side, it's Deuce Owens. Lucas Marr, the junior QB. Feet planted at the 15-yard line, short shotgun. Throws a little dart out here, ball caught at the 25-yard line and immediately swarmed under Foster Stockton from his corner spot. Come up, make a tackle, pickup of 6 on the play. And now you're working at a 3rd down and 9 from your own 26-yard line.
That was Owens' 3rd catch of the day for a total of 33 yards.
2 receivers right, 2 receivers left now. Once again, Andy Doral's defensive unit as Jackson Ridgway is ready to roll on that far defensive end spot. He's got the happy feet. Here's Marius going to take off and run on the quarterback keeper. Will step out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and it's going to bring up a 4th down and 4 for Marian, and Marian will have to bring on the punt team. And now, with that being said, coming into punt will be Harrison Givens. And deep, the very, very dangerous Tay Rodriguez, the Wheaton, Illinois native, putting on his gloves here at the 38-yard line. He is ready to go. Or should we say he's putting on the foil, Coach. Waist-high snap, kick.
Good kick.
End over end, fair
Good
catch
catch
by Rodriguez. And a heads-up play because breathing down his neck was Jack Darrell. And so with 10 minutes and 26 seconds to go, the Culver Academy team will have the ball and start this drive from their own 38-yard line. 21-21 ball game. Let's get you an update now as the Eagles break the huddle as their starting lineup in the 3rd quarter. Looks like they're going to go with that same unit of Lawson, Marquell, Hinton, Kirshner, and Dolan, the big offensive line up front. Michael McGolgan, the quarterback. Shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Comes over to the near side, flushed out of the pocket, throws a sidearm bullet over here, pass incomplete. The intended receiver was Foster Stockton.
Excellent pressure by number 50, Eric Logan.
Nice job defensively. Lucas Primrose was in the same zip code, Quinn Roan. And the defensive unit for Marian to start this 3rd quarter. It's Caleb Johnson, Caden Lee, Eric Logan, and Isaac Walton, the big boys up front. Linebacking core is Nicholas Quiet, Joe Boone, Lucas Primrose. At the corners, it's Roan and Seth, and Braden Smith and Harrison Gibbons are your safeties. Here's a little option play here now to Rodriguez, and Rodriguez is met with heavy resistance. A great job on the option. Coming up, making a sensational effort was
Mr.
the big
Boone.
defensive end. Johnson was there.
And Joe Boone.
And Joe Boone. Those 2 guys, that's a great 1-2 tandem, Coach. Bringing up a 3rd down and 10. Third and 9. As they'll have 2 receivers to the near side. The tight end to the near side now here for Culver Academy has stepped in, and that's Flint Leverett. McGolgan back to pass. Home run ball downfield. Has got a man there.
Oh.
That should be a flag because grabbing his right arm was Quinn Roan, and that will give the home team a first down.
Deuce Owens trying to catch that ball, but his arm was pulled down.
Yeah.
Hard to do.
And the funny thing here is he goes, "You talking to me?" And so the mark off will put the ball in to Marian territory on the penalty.
Is that a 15-yard penalty or is it a spot foul, Coach?
That is not a spot foul, so not like the NFL. They'll mark off the 10 yards, and we'll get an automatic first down here.
All right.
And they'll move the ball right to the 45-yard line, 15-yard mark off. And because of the penalty on the pass play, it's a 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 46-yard line. And in case you're just hopping along, no score at the end of one. Our score at the half, you guessed it, 21-21.
Hey, it's been an entertaining, fun game to watch.
It has been that.
I hope the viewers at home are enjoying it as much as I am.
Michael McGolgan, the quarterback, in that shotgun again. Receiver left, a man in motion coming to the near side as they fake the jet sweep straight up the middle. Rodriguez breaks it into the secondary, sidesteps the defender, and a touchdown-saving tackle over here as he gets all the way down to the 31-yard line. And another first down for the Eagles as they are putting the offense on the back of their talented senior running back, Tay Rodriguez.
That is his 18th rush of the day for 119 yards, and we're early in the third quarter.
Now the ball on the far hash mark. What'd you give him on that last run?
12 yards.
12 yards officially. Okay.
Unofficially.
Yeah, I trust you. Here's your ball at the 31-yard line of the Knights. Tight formation, man coming in motion this time, and they run the jet sweep here to the near side.
It's Rakin.
Has some room for Rakin as he finds some help downfield and a nice block. And he's going to pick up another first down as he gets all the way out here to the 12-yard line.
About 28 yards, Coach.
Yeah, that was another fine run. Once again, this Eagles team getting back to basics. Just run the football. You've got a talented player in Rodriguez. I don't know why you want to think about throwing the ball. As good as he is. Knights defense digging in again. 1st and 10 for the Culver Academy Eagles at the Marian 12-yard line. Wide to the far side, Schumacher. He'll have help here on the near side with Foster Stockton. Now man in motion coming. They fake the jet sweep. They go right up the middle to Rodriguez, and this time he tries to dive under as the blocking didn't hold up for any period of time, and it's going to be a gain of 1.
Looks like the tackle was made by number 20, Harrison Givens. And he's holding his arm down a little bit.
Well, you're 2nd down and 9. 8.5 to go here in the third, 21-21 ball game. The secondary of Roan, Smith, Givens, and South closing in now.
Full house backfield.
There we go. Old powerhouse. Double tights.
It's a pass.
Play action. McGolgan back to pass. He is hit and he is brought down. What an effort defensively by the Marian Knights.
Number 99, Caleb Johnson.
Caleb Johnson again. The big fella, 6'2", 223 pounds. He had a tackle for negative yardage last game, and they bust that play up, and that's going to be a huge loss on the play.
Not only that, he had to go through a blocker to get to the quarterback.
And they got a Marian Knight down on the field at the 2-yard line.
You know, that's something that I mentioned at halftime was the defensive line finishing plays, and there's an example of that happening in the field and good things happening for Marian.
Looking to lead with purpose, Rooted Influence by Ryan Lutz is a game changer you've been waiting for. Great book. Dive into this gripping story of a football coach determined to prove his doubters wrong and a former quarterback struggling to reclaim his life. Together, they discover the true essence of leadership. Rooted Influence, a journey of resilience, redemption, and finding the root of lasting leadership. Whether you're on or off the field, this book will inspire you today to lead with impact. Get your copy today by checking them out at Amazon. Once again, Rooted Influence, or go to RyanSpencerLutz.com for more information. This Marian team will be at Adams. Knox is going to be at Culver Academy next week. We're looking ahead at these two squads. Third down, 18, and a timeout call by Culver Academy. 21-21 ball game. 7:46 to go in the third quarter. We'll be back right after this short timeout on Regional Radio Sports. Welcome back here on Regional Radio Sports. Scoreboard update, courtesy of the Indiana Football Digest, IndianaFootballDigest.com. The Middies on top of Bucknell, 20-7. College football up close and personal all across America today. Thank you very much. High school football, a bunch of it going on today as well, too. Here's your 3rd and 18. Ball on the 20-yard line. McGoggin back to pass, throws over the middle, ball intercepted by the Knights. What a great effort. Coming from right to left and making the catch was Braxton Brooks. And that Eagle promising drive is thwarted with 7:41 to go.
Brooks playing on both sides of the ball this morning, both as an offensive wide receiver, running back, and now as a defensive back.
And now Mishawaka Marian. See if they can get their offense on track here now. As the Knights come out onto the field once again, Horvath, Warbington, Garza De La Torre, Dubash, and Brooks. Up front now with 3 receivers set here to the near side. It'll be Owens, Brooks, and also Jack Darrell over here wide near side. Ryan Osman on the left hip of the quarterback. And new quarterback in, it's Mitch Fimble. And this ball knocked away.
That looked like the play that ended the first half.
It did. Check that out. That was not Fimble. That was Lucas Marr. My apologies.
Was that an incomplete pass this time?
Evidently it was an incomplete pass.
Okay.
And now coming back into the game will be over on the far side will be Braxton Brooks. So the Knights will go 2 right and 2 left on this exchange. 3 down linemen as the Knights have brought all 4 backers up high. Here is the blitz. Great block up front, and busting it free is Osman. And he gets out to the 15-yard line. A nice little 6-yard scamper. But a great job by Marian picking up the block on the blitz. Aiden Hansen did a wonderful job because he had him dead to rights, and Hansen laid out a perfect block.
Owen Durrell with the tackle that time.
We'll call it 3rd down and 4.5 for Marian. And now here to the near side, Deuce Owens. Now man coming in motion to the near side is Brooks. They fake the jet sweep. Now they hand it off now to Osman. He darts forward. He's going to be close to the first down. It comes down to the knee spot. The ball got to the 20, but they're saying his knee was at the 19. And it will be, what's the call here? Are they going to measure?
One official, I think, is indicating first down.
First down.
First down.
First down, Marian. As Marian picks up its first down of the second half. And now the Knights will try to continue this drive. This play coming from their own 19. Marr, pass a little square out, caught over here on the near side by Deuce Owens. It gets out to about the 29-yard line. A gain of 9 on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 1. Once again, doing a nice job, Stephen Gray, who was the first man on the hit for the Eagles.
That's Owen's 4th catch of the day for 42 yards.
Been a busy guy.
Yeah. Blocking and catching.
Yes.
That's what you want from your receivers.
Yeah. 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Now Deuce Owens here once again left as Lucas Marr. Short shotgun has a man in motion coming to the near side. It's Brooks. Brooks will now stop here on the near hip of Marr. And they go right up the middle to Brooks. Straight up the middle, a gaping hole across the 45 or 35 to the 40-yard line. And that will be a big gainer and a first down. What do you got, 9 on that?
I was thinking more like 12, Coach.
12, all right. Quickly add them up.
That's his 4th rush for 51 yards
he's
today.
done a wonderful job.
Playing defense and offense. He had that interception just a few minutes ago.
Receivers 2 to the right and 1 to the left now. There's Lucas Marr once again. And in motion once again is Brooks. He'll run the same play as he'll pop it over here on the left hip now. Eagles are showing blitz from the outside backer. And now there's a flag call. And what a great play by Trey Schumacher of Culver Academy. Because he told the official, hey, so-and-so moved his hand. And I believe who he was talking to. I think he was saying that Dorian Brooks moved his hand. And so that's going to be a 5-yard markup. So a nice play by Schumacher, the senior, as he turned in his gear for some black and white shorts.
Yeah, he's playing on both sides of the ball today and officiating.
There you go.
He's doing it all.
Ball here now on the 32-yard line.
Well, Marian was on a roll there.
Yeah. 1st and 15. Marr. This time he goes to Osmond, and a
nice
great tackle up front. You can't get anything better than Jake Dolan did right there, the 6'3", 225-pound senior. Grabbed him and held on for dear life. And that is going to be a no-gainer. We'll call it the 2nd down and 15. 4:39 to go in the 3rd. 21-21 tie. Hustling out of the game now. Up front for Culver Academy is Will Kirshner. Here's a pass out here. Caught out here by Darrell. He's going to try to push forward towards the yardstick. He'll get back to what would have been the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down. I think the official line of scrimmage is going to be 3rd down and 8.
Coach is a
Or are they going to call a flag again? Oh, my goodness.
Penalty against Marian. It's coming back.
Well, the game I did last night with Steve McIntyre and Frank Kilpikowski, it was just a game filled with turnovers and penalties. And we also had a running clock in that game.
Well, it's early in the season, Coach.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
And that mark-off is going to come back.
It's a 1st down and a mile. Or 2nd down
What
and a mile.
What did they officially call on the play, Coach?
It had to be holding.
And so with that being said, it had to be holding from one of the wide receivers because it wasn't at the line of scrimmage. That's where my focal point was. 2 right, 2 left now for Marian, going in the wrong direction. They can get a 1st down at their own 47-yard line. Line of scrimmage here is the 21. Lucas Mars throws a screen over here now to Osmond. Osmond breaks it into the secondary, and he gets past the 35, and we'll get it right here in front of my sight line. And it'll be officially the line of scrimmage will be the 36-yard line, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 11. So they were able to pick up 15 on the play. And with that being said, it will be 3rd down and 11.
Marr has now 100 yards passing on the day.
2 right, 2 left. Once again, they move a lot of people up front now. Charlie Lawson in the ball game now up front for Culver Academy. Here's Marr. Pass over the far side. Ball caught for a 1st down. Beautiful pass. Braxton Brooks who tiptoes his way into the sideline on the far side after a frozen rope from Lucas Marr. 12-yard gain, and the Knights at one time had a 1st and 26, make the conversion. They'll retain possession with 3:15 to go in the 3rd in a 21-21 ball game.
That's Brooks' 2nd reception of the day, 2 receptions for 42 yards, and earlier I think he scored a touchdown.
You know, I just love the way Marian handled that. They didn't try to pick up the 25 all at one time. And a penalty called against Culver Academy, unsportsmanlike.
I don't see a flag anywhere, Coach.
Yep, they marked it off, and now it's going to move the ball into Eagles territory all the way down to the 37-yard line.
I think this drive started at, the 8-yard line? It was in... in the shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah.
And Marion's got a solid drive going with a little help from the Eagles.
Two right. Check that. Go 2 left, 1 right now. As Lucas Marr is ready to go. Brian Osmond, this time on his right hip. They go to Brian right up the middle. He'll dart to the outside. He's got to seem to run down the sideline.
15.
Steps out of bounds, and a 15-yard gain for the cat-like quick Brian Osmond.
Osmond is now over 100 yards for the day. That was his 16th carry for 103 yards.
Ball now on the, officially marked this at the 22-yard line. As we're inside 3 minutes to go in this third quarter and a tie game.
This has really just been an entertaining game.
2 receivers to the right side. Here's a little play action. They find Jack Darrell with the catch. He ran a little square out and makes the catch, and he's going to be able to pick up a first down as he's close to the, matter of fact, they're going to rule him down at the 9-yard line. So it'll be first and goal for Marian with 2:39 to go here in the third in this tie game.
Yeah, Marian has stayed calm, kept their composure. And
they really have. Great observation.
Just marching down the field.
Marr, once again, he has Osmond on his left hip, play action. Marr back to pass, throws one. Ball incomplete. Nice job defensively by the Eagles. Ainsley Ritchie. We used to call that, when I was coaching basketball, a little lead hand. He was able to reach around the defender and slap it away with his right hand while his left hand was holding on to his backside. And that'll be pass incomplete. We'll call it second down and goal from the 9. 2:15 here in the third. Marian on the move in the red zone looking for a score. There's a pat and there's a flag down again.
Maybe a false start against Marian.
Marian has been its own worst enemy in this drive. This will be their third penalty in this drive. 21-21 game. Our coverage today being presented in part by Beef O'Brady's. Don't forget to join me every Thursday night on 91.1 FM The Globe and globeradio.org. For that, also we want to thank our friends at J-Mail Packaging, celebrating 50 years in business. And we thank again the Dayroll family for their amazing support of what we're doing here. Quick toss out here now to Osmond. Osmond finds some room, but he'll get down to about the 5, and then he runs out of real estate. What a pancake block on the near side by big 6'8", 297-pound junior Prescott Horvath as he just pancaked Jack Nolan.
Yeah, he's easy to see out on the field. He is definitely head and shoulders above everyone else, being 6'8", 6 feet 8 inches tall.
I mean, that's 6'3", 225 he just pancaked.
And you can't coach size.
Nope, or speed. With the ball now, here is Marr. Timing pattern towards the end zone. They're going to say it's incomplete. Nice job defensively. Stephen Gray, stride for stride and step for step with the intended receiver, Deuce Owens. He slaps it away with the lead hand, and now Deuce Owens down in the end zone. He appears to be injured.
That was a good effort by Deuce Owens. He tried to make a one-handed catch, NFL style. It's a good effort.
Our coverage today being presented in part by J-Mail Packaging as they're celebrating 50 years in business as the area's premier box manufacturing company. The Dayroll family is committed to leading J-Mail Packaging as a world-class organization throughout the innovative corrugated solutions and helping people win. At J-Mail Packaging, everybody matters. Let's go, Knights Nation. To his feet, Braxton Brooks, with his teammate over there. And I think as he's limping, maybe one of those things where he got a cramp. He's trying to work it out.
I think he's cramping up. It's early in the season. Happens quite often to players until their bodies get used to playing in the games again.
And in the heat. And he'll have to come out of the game as he continues to limp to the sideline. I don't think he realizes that he has to go to the sideline.
He's going back to the huddle.
The trainer says, "No, hey, you have to leave."
Mm-hmm.
Mike Davidson, who came all the way out to the far hash mark from our vantage point to talk with his team while Deuce Owens was down on the ground.
Coach, I think it's 4th down. They're kicking a field goal.
They are going to try that. Once again, they'll go from right to left.
Lucas Primrose.
Primrose. High enough, long enough, and good. A 32-yard field goal. Check that, a 22-yard field goal. And the Knights are on the board, and they take the lead at 24-21 with 1:57 to go. And a drive that started at the 7-minute mark, a 6-minute drive, and a field goal by Primrose is the difference right now in this ballgame. We'll be back with more of a continuing coverage of this game right after this short timeout on Regional Radio Sports. Welcome back here on Regional Radio Sports. A time-consuming drive going the length of the field. 90 yards, able to put the points on the board, and it's now 24-21, our score. Marian with the advantage. And now Primrose, the kick from right to left again. And let's see how he handles it as he goes to Rodriguez's direction, who makes the catch at the 8. The 10 to 15, the 20, and he is out to right around the 27-yard line, and that's where the Eagles will set up shop.
Braden Smith on the tackle.
And the Eagles now see if they can answer. That's what the teams did in the second quarter. Every time one team scored, the other would come back to score. It was Marian scoring first. The Eagles coming right back to answer. Marian went ahead, and all the Eagles did was answer with 2 to take their first lead at 21-14, and the Marian closed that out on the craziest play of my career. On the final play of the second quarter. Here's a pass out here on the perimeter. Ball caught on the perimeter. Schumacher making the catch. And that's going to be good enough for a first down. And now Culver Academy will have the football. 1st and 10.
Schumacher with his 4th catch today, total of 65 yards.
39-yard line is where the Knights will set up shop with 90 seconds to go here in the third stanza. Michael McAlgren. McAlgren will continue his work. He's got a whole nother year underneath his belt to play. But I think he's been a serviceable QB for this group. And that's a compliment. I hope people understand the dynamics. There's a pass out here, ball caught by Schumacher. And Schumacher's ran out of bounds right around the 47-yard line. What you want is you want your quarterback to not lose you games. You want him to be able to go out there and make the plays, allow your running backs and those guys to make plays. And if your quarterback can make a play here, but you don't want your quarterback to beat you.
Well, I think he settled down throughout the game. Early in the game, remember, he threw that one ball down the field.
Yeah, he threw one up for grabs. That's his really only mental mistake of the day.
And since then, he's played pretty well.
McGolgan again will break huddle here after the 8-yard gain. It's 2nd down and 2 for the Eagles at the 47-yard line of the 47-yard line of CMA. Man in motion coming to the near side. They run the jet sweep here to the near side, and he is going nowhere.
Joe Boone.
Oh, my. Joe Boone just absolutely wrapped him up and threw him to the turf.
Racked
And boy, I tell you what,
I was
Ty
looking.
Rackett had a tough road to hoe there, man.
I was waiting for them to run that play again. They ran it once in the first half for a 28-yard gain. And when number 20 went into motion, I kind of knew that play was coming.
Rankin, the senior.
Marian did too.
Yeah, so a loss of 3 on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 5 from the 45-yard line. Could be the final play of the third quarter. 24-21 our score, Marian by 3. McColgan again, shotgun looks, he's going to take off and run, and he is going nowhere. He is thrown down like a rag doll. What a play up front by Eric Logan.
Defensive line finishing plays, something they didn't do in the first half, but now they're doing in the second.
Which appeared to be a really promising drive. It was a 2nd down and 2. It's now 4th down and 9. That is the end of quarter number 3. Marian 24, Culver Academy 21. We'll be back with quarter 4 right after this on Regional Radio Sports.
Down 3. Down 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back here on Regional Radio Sports. We start the fourth quarter as the Eagles will be kicking off from, check that, punting from right to left, excuse me. I was thinking about a story we did this past week. Matt Kopsky and I collaborated on a story that you can check out on Colts.com with Stratton Fuller. High snap, track down. Great effort by Stockton to track it down. And that ball is finally taken deep by the Knights.
Braxton
Brooks. So Marian does what it needed to do. They came up with a defensive stop as we start the fourth quarter. And with Marian holding on to a slim 24-21 lead.
But they have the ball, Coach.
And they will take over here on this drive with 11 minutes and 50 seconds to go. As the Knights offense will start this drive. Officially will mark it at the 18-yard line. The Marian offensive line has opened up enough holes for their quarterback, Lucas Marr, and Brian Osmond, as well as Braxton Brooks to rack up 24 points. They've faked the reverse, come straight up the middle to Braxton Brooks, and Brooks is able to pick up some positive yardage. We're going to give him out to the 22-yard line. We're going to give him 5 on the play. I like that play. That was a new look. It's not one that we've seen.
Yeah, I was following number 11 to the sideline.
Yeah, Terrence Lane, who came over and gave us that look as if it was going to be the jet sweep or the reverse, depending upon your viewpoint. And now Lane will remain in the ballgame here in the slot near side. 3 receiver set for Marian here to the near side. And they go right here to, oh boy, that ball was nearly picked off. And nearly, what a read by Ty Rankin of Culver Academy. That ball was thrown well, but sometimes you got to give the defense a lot of credit, Coach. Ty Rankin just stepped in there and slapped it away.
That was a pick 6, almost.
So bring up a 3rd down and we'll call it 6. 11-10 to go here in the fourth quarter. Marian by 3. Two receivers to the near side. And the ball goes over the quarterback Mar's head, and he'll have to eat it up at the 3-yard line. That one. And just like that, that is really going to put a big strain on the Marian punt team, as they'll have to punt out of their own end zone.
Yeah, Marian had a little trouble with snaps last week, and that was the start of their demise last week.
Yeah, Harrison Gibbons will be standing 8 yards deep in his own end zone. And now what you've done is you've opened up Pandora's box here for Tay Rodriguez, who's waiting at the 40-yard line. They are going to get, barring a mistake here or a penalty, Culver Academy is going to be sitting in the catbird seat here, as we'll anticipate the kick by Harrison Gibbons, and he gets an end-over-end kick, and Rodriguez will get out of the way, and he picks it up and falls immediately to the turf at the 40-yard line, and that's where the offense of CMA will take over with 10 minutes and 16 seconds to go in regulation.
Culver is set up to 40 yards to pay dirt. They are set up to come back in this game and take the lead.
And let's see what they're able to do here now. As once again, they'll come up with that offensive line as they'll break the huddle. The same grouping will remain out there. Lawson, Marquell, Hinton, Kirshner, Dolan, the big boys up front. Now the tight end will be over here on the left side in the person of Flint Leverett. And here's a quick toss out here to Rodriguez. Rodriguez to the 35, turns it up. Once again, a nice little pick block here by Trey Schumacher. But not before Tay Rodriguez picks up another solid run. We're going to give him 6 on the play.
That's his 20th rush of the game for 126 yards.
Now the ball down to the Marian Knights 32-yard line.
And remember, that young man is also playing defense.
Rodriguez, who is a talented lacrosse player. Keep in mind that the lacrosse program, one of the top 5 nationally in that sport. You know, they're great in lacrosse, they're great in men's ice hockey. Here's Rodriguez hit and brought down. Nice job at the point of attack. Guess who, folks? Caleb Johnson, the first man there. He had his teammate Eric Logan dialed in, and that's going to be a loss. And now 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right side. Man in motion to the far side. They'll run back here to the near side, Rodriguez. And he'll pick up some positive yards, and I think he's going to have enough real estate to get close to the first down marker. And let's see what the officials call. And they're going to say first down. So a first down, Culver Academy at the 29-yard line. Rodriguez, a 5-yard gain on the play as Tay continues to rack up the yards. 5-yard gain for Rodriguez, and the ball will be on the near hash mark. The official's still talking things over. They're waiting. No, they're the official with the white hat signaled first down. And now they're going to come out and measure it.
They just want to double-check their work, Coach.
Yeah.
Just to make sure they got the right call.
Yeah.
We wouldn't want to make the wrong call.
Let's see what the call's going to be. It will
down.
be a first down, Culver Academy. Boy, I tell you what, if you're Andy Dorrell and you lose this game by a touchdown or less, you are just absolutely in agony. Because the final play of the second quarter, that from our vantage point was clearly a incomplete pass, was ruled a touchdown for Marian. But nonetheless, that could a lot of time to play here. 9:24 to go here in the fourth. Rodriguez will take the option play to the right side. He'll try to turn the corner, and great pursuit. Brooks was there. Also coming in to make the stop for Culver Academy was Nick Quiet. Nicholas was able to keep him to really only about a 4-yard gain. Could have been a lot worse. Gain of 4, second down and 6. Inside 9 minutes to go now.
Yeah, I don't think Culver needs to be in any hurry here. Just control the ball and the time and get closer to the end zone and give yourself a chance to score. Also, that play before half, that's just going to go down into the lore of the Culver-Marian game. I'm sure it'll be a play talked about for years.
Yes, both these teams have won 11 times. Here's your second down and 6 with 8:25 clock rolling in the fourth. Marian by 3. Rodriguez will run to the near side, and he's run out of bounds. And nice job of extending the play for Marian. Braden Smith with the stop. And that's going to be a loss of about a yard and a half, maybe 2 full yards. It's going to move it back to make it a 3rd down and 9. As they're officially going to put the line of scrimmage at the 29-yard line. Now we're at 8:16 to go. 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left side. Rankin and Stockton wide right. McLaughlin back the pass, and if that's not a intentional grounding, I do not know what was. And there's the flag coming in. The official didn't know where his flag was at. He looked in his right pocket, looked on his belt. He couldn't find it, and finally found the flag in his left pocket.
He's wearing some big pants today. But, the pressure that time was, once again, coach number 99, Caleb Johnson. Defensive line finishing the play.
And that mark-off will be a difficult one for the home team, and that'll be a loss of down. It's going to bring up a 4th and half of Oliver Field to go. They need a first down at the 19-yard line, but they're going to have to bring on the punt team now. So that was a big win. When you think about it, Coach, that drive started with a 1st and 10 on the Marian 40.
That's right.
And now here you are back here to the 44-yard line, and now you're going to have to call on the punt team.
They may not even be able to punt the ball for a first down here.
Good snap. As Stockton will send one. Fair catch is going to be taken at the 12-yard line and made comfortably by Braxton Brooks. And now the Marian offense will take over with 7 minutes and 56 seconds to go. Marian will have this ball at their own, where are they officially going to mark it, at the 12-yard line?
12-yard line.
And that's where we'll go from here. Our coverage of high school football today, we want to thank some of the great friends we have, including Farrell Wealth. Whether your retirement feels like a 99-yard drive and you're at the goal line looking to punch the ball in, a good coaching staff can guide you before the game goes into OT. Farrell, and he sidestep a defender. He's inside the 10, and he's ripped out of bounds there, as finally tracked down by the talented Marian Knight, Braxton Brooks. And officially a first down on the run.
That was an option play to the right.
12-yard gain. And now it's down to the 11-yard line where it's a 1st and 10. Wide to the far side, Stockton to be joined out there by Rankin. To the near side, they'll have Trey Schumacher, the tight end in the slot to the right. And now they'll run an option to the right side. Rodriguez will try to find the pylon, and he is tackled on the far side. Once again, from one side of the field to the other, Braxton Brooks with the tackle. But some positive yardage moves it down to the 6-yard line, where it's going to be second down. And we're going to call it 4.
That is his 26th run of the game for 135 yards. He has been a workhorse, hasn't he? He's been the workhorse today.
Now at the 6-yard line. The game is in the balance here. Marian by 3, 24-21 with 6:01 to go in the fourth. Once again, McGolgan, quarterback, Hands it off now here to Rodriguez. Rodriguez comes to the near side. He is hit and brought down right around the 9-yard line.
It's Braden Smith with the tackle. Not an easy thing to do, tackling Tay Rodriguez like that.
Just a classy move by Eric Logan, as that time Ty Rankin got hit awkwardly, and he helped him up, and both teams exchanged pats on the noggins. And now we got an Eagle down. Oh, my. Tay Rodriguez is down, but he's now coming off the field. He's taking his helmet off.
Yeah, he was hit pretty hard that time.
Yeah, I got the field glasses on him. He's I don't know if he knows he's in Culver, Indiana right now. He is one tough hombre. I'm going to tell you right now.
I think he's.
I like his game. They're going to bring him over here and
he's going to be checked out by the medical staff,
making sure he's okay. Well, I tell you what, it'd be a tough break for Andy Dorrell's squad to lose a talented guy like him. As I don't know if they're going through some concussion protocols or find out where he's at right now. But timeout on the field with 5:46 to go to see if Tay Rodriguez and everybody over there to see what his status is. And now into the ball game now.
Ainsley Ritchie.
Yep. Ritchie, a 5'9", 155-pound junior from Goshen, Indiana.
Yeah, I know where that is.
Yes, you do. Two receivers to the right, and now one to the left. And one to the left now is Schumacher. Ball at the 9-yard line. They can get a first down right around the 1. And once again, McGolgan is going to now – Culver Academy will take a timeout. 5:46 to go. Culver Academy is down to one timeout now as they take one here, and we'll sort out the details. 24-21 our score. Marian leads CMA late here in the fourth. We'll be back right after this short timeout on the Regional Radio Sports Network. Welcome back here on Regional Radio Sports. They're going through the concussion protocol here on the near sideline with Tay Rodriguez. You can see that, Coach. I know you and I both were keeping an eye on that. But let's get back to live play here. 5:46 to go here in this fourth quarter. Marian leading Culver Academy 21-20. And now the feature back in the offense is Ainsley Ritchie. Two receivers to the right side, one to the left side now. And now they have the tight end, Flint Everett, in the backfield as well. Here's a pass towards the end zone. Ball is caught for a touchdown. A frozen rope into the end zone and coming up big.
That's the second TD of the day for Radkin.
Yes, he has been their go-to guy for Michael McGolgan. And just like that, the Eagles will fly in front 27-24 with 5:40 to go as they take advantage of the Marian mistake. And that fumble was costly.
It looked like a slant play
from
Radkin. Beautiful throw by the QB.
McColgan, and just like that, the point after touchdown is through the uprights as Tom Kelly takes care of the business at hand. He's 4 for 4 today. Eagles 28, Knights 24. We'll be back right after this short timeout on Regional Radio Sports.
3, 2, 1.
Thanks for joining us here from picturesque Culver, Indiana. My name is Paul County. Tiny County's doing all the great work here today. Once again, glad that you've hopped along with us here on a busy day of high school and college football in our state. And it's been certainly been one of those days after a Friday night that where the weather was certainly the biggest story in the state of Indiana, with over 50 games being altered, this one being one of them. And don't forget, you can check out on Amazon or and all the details for the new book by Ryan Lutz. Make sure that you check out Rooted Influence. Great book. I certainly recommend it. Now, kicking off will be Jack Stanfest. Knights are hoping to get some thing going as Braxton Brooks is deep. As Brooks will come up and take it at the 15. Brooks to the 20, the 25, and all the way out to the 36-yard line. So the Knights offense will have the ball with 5 minutes and 36 seconds to go, and they'll start this drive from the Mishawaka Marian 36-yard line.
Look, Mishawaka Marian, they just need to stay calm, keep their composure. They have 70 yards to go for a touchdown. They have plenty of time. Make mistake-free football, try to get positive yardage on each play. Just have a nice drive down the field.
And once again, it starts up front with the big boys. And hovering over the football is Giovanni Garcia de la Torre, as he'll be ready to go. Two receivers to the right side, one and two to the left side now. So they'll spread it out. Lucas Marr will send. Now Osmond comes back here on his near hip. Marr hands it off now to Osmond. Osmond, a great defensive effort. And coming up and making a great tackle was Foster Stockton. Now Stockton will have to leave the football game because his helmet popped off. Immediately back into the game will be Will Depew, a 6'1", 190-pound junior. And that is going to be a gain of 2. And now two receivers to the far side and one to the near side. As a matter of fact, they'll go with a different set now. They'll go 3 receivers to the far side. Osmond on the right side picks up the blitz. Here's the home run ball. Marr downfield. He overthrows his intended receiver. 2 receivers in the same zip code. 2 defenders in the same zip code. Pass incomplete. Now it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8.
Usually your offensive plays aren't designed that way to have 2 receivers in the same zip code.
I would probably agree with that. And now a difficult situation here for offensive coordinator today, Steve Bentkowski. What will he could dial up here on 3rd down and 8 in his own territory with the game in the balance with 4:50 to go. We'll see how the Eagles line up defensively on this. Will they bring the heater? Let's see if they'll pressure Lucas Marr now.
I think they're bringing the heat.
And that's what they look like. They're going to come back.
Whoa,
what a great defensive effort busting through. Boy, a solid effort. But was it Ridgeway?
It's Flint Leverett.
Flint Leverett with the tackle. And that will be a loss on the play. Scored in the second quarter.
We have had 10 points
here today in the second half. Once again now, Michael McGolgan will have a man in motion to the far side as Rankin, who's played a whale of a game. They'll go right up the middle. And once again, Caleb Johnson just wraps up Tate Rodriguez and just drives him to the field turf here. And that is going to be a loss of 3.
That's okay. The clock is going to keep moving. We're down to 3:32. Culver's definitely taking their time in the huddle.
Marian has got 3 timeouts remaining. This is just fundamental football right here, just making sure that, hey, you got an eye on the clock. And now they go with a full house back here. Field again. McGolgan comes up under center. Running a little option, a little triple option to go right side now on the quick toss. And was Foster Stockton on the catching the pitch.
Foster ran out of bounds or was forced out of bounds, which also forces
stops
the clock.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that is going to be a gain of 1 on the play. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And the best thing that Mike Davidson could have asked for on that particular exchange was him going out of bounds. Ball at the 38-yard line of Culver Academy. They lead 28-24. Culver with 1 timeout remaining, Marian with 3.
3rd down and 12.
This is your ball game, for all intents and purposes. 2 receivers left and 1 right now. They show blitz. There's a little quick toss ball caught, but not well short of the first down as the ball was caught by Foster Stockton. A 2-yard gain. Now they're going to wave it off as if he didn't make the catch.
I think that was an incomplete pass.
Okay, so once again, and now the Marian defense did what it needed to do. They got the important 3 and out thanks to a
huge play by number 99, Johnson.
Yep.
Caleb Johnson.
He's been outstanding today. And now deep for the Marian Knights will be Braxton Brooks. Waiting on the punt here.
If you wear that number 99, you're going to have to be a stud like Aaron Donald in the NFL.
And now the punt team in. Let's see how they...
I think Marian's going to try to go for a block here. Yep.
As Foster Stockton will punch it out. And he got a good one. And it's finally down at the 27-yard line. All right, so let's set the stage for you here, ladies and gentlemen, with 2 minutes and 42 seconds to go. Mishawaka Marian trails 28-24. They have the football at the Mishawaka Marian 22-yard line. Marian has all 3 timeouts remaining, so that is a positive for Steve Bankowski, who's the offensive coordinator today. And I am sure that he is going to have to dig deep into that playbook and try to get something going on here in the last 2:42.
I'll try to run the best plays that have worked today. Just run your best plays.
Darrell and Brooks slide here to the near side as Marr hands it off here and busting it outside. What an effort defensively. Was that Owen Dorrell who stepped? Yeah. Owen Dorrell comes in and makes a sensational tackle on Osmond after a 4-yard game. That had big play written all over it.
The clock is running here, boys. We're still 70 yards away from the end zone.
No doubt about it. Orrell, who was an outstanding swimmer. And another outstanding play as they wrap up Brian Osmond, but not before a gain of 2. And then
that was
Coach
Leverett.
Mike Davidson will take a timeout.
It was Flint Leverett on that tackle.
Once again, 28-24, Culver Academy. We'll be back with more right after this short timeout on Regional Radio Sports.
Be nice if they stopped the clock from running.
Marian High School. As a supporter of the Knights, you're eligible for a Notre Dame FCU membership. Open an account and request an Elevate debit or credit card, directing 1% of all purchases right back to Marian High School. Head to NotreDameFCU.com/elevate to support Catholic education and help offset the cost of a student's tuition. Here's your 3rd down and 4. There's a pass out here, well overthrown on the play by Lucas Marr. And that play just was not well executed at all.
No one was in the area to catch the ball, and Marian just really needed to go for the first down, but threw the ball much farther down the field than what was needed.
So the game comes down to one final play.
4th down
1 minute
5.
and 58 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. Mishawaka Marian has the ball at their own 33-yard line. If they don't convert here, Culver Academy could be en route to its 2nd consecutive win to start the campaign. Lucas Marr, shotgun. Brian Osmond on his right hip. A receiver left and right. Marr back to pass, throws over the middle, overthrows his intended receiver, which was Jack Darrell. Pass well overthrown and the Culver Academy Eagles tighten up the defensive screws and keep the Knights from getting the pivotal first down they needed, and they'll take over on downs with 1:55 to go in regulation. So the literal 4 and out is costly for the Mishawaka Marian offense, and they'll give the ball right back to Andy Dorrell's offense.
I think we'll see the
with a 4-point lead.
I think we'll see the victory formation here.
We got 2 timeouts remaining, so I'm sure that they're going to try to make something happen here. I'm sure Mike's going to take his 2 timeouts now.
Okay.
As the timeout, the senior. And now 2 receivers will be here to the near side, 1 to the right side. Culver Academy 147 away from picking up a win here at home on a Saturday afternoon in beautiful Culver, Indiana. Sun's out, guns out. Here is the handoff to Rodriguez. Rodriguez goes up the middle. Finally wrapped up in some traffic areas there. I think it was Boone who made the tackle.
The officials timeout.
And another timeout taken by Marian. So Marian cannot stop the clock anymore after this. We'll be back with more for the home stretch. 28-24 Eagles. More things coming your way right after this on Regional Radio Sports. Welcome back here on Regional Radio Sports from our broadcast locale here at Oliver Field, home of the Culver Academy Eagles. Paul Condry along with Tiny Condry. Coach Mike Rock hanging out with us here today, the former Penn standout. And
far from it. Far. Chris Giesman would not agree with that.
All right. We had to give you some love, Coach. All right. Well, you had a chance to coach at Mishawaka. You had a chance to coach at Concord during your time. So we're glad to have you in the broadcast booth this year.
Thank you.
And, of course, now for this game, for the Marian Knights, they are 142 from, if they don't do something special here, to going starting the season at 0-2. And now here is the handoff. 25-yard line, and he's going to be short of the first down, I believe.
Number 51, Kerzeder with the tackle.
Seth, nice job of sticking a helmet in officially at the Marian 25-yard line. And you can't stop the clock, so you've got to be able to get the ball on the sidelines to step out of bounds unless you can hit the home run play. So Lucas Marr has Osmond on his near hip, 2 receivers right and left. Here is the quarterback flushed out of the pocket, throws the ball towards the sideline. The ball is caught in, they're going to say out of bounds yet. They said out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of about 6 on the play as
Aiden Hansen.
It was Hansen. We have not called his name from an offensive standpoint as far as receptions or runs. He's done a good job blocking.
That's his first catch today.
And so it's going to bring up a gain of 5. So 2nd down and 5. Now the ball will be on the far hash mark. And wide receivers will be Jack Darrell will be on this near side along with Braxton Brooks. 1 receiver to the short side as Marr looks. Steps up, throws. Ball is caught, and stepping out of bounds was Deuce Owens. A first down for Marian with 31 seconds to go as they move the ball close to the midfield area. Once again, the Knights need a touchdown. And with 31 seconds to go, back-to-back pass plays. 1 of 5 and 1 of about, what did you officially give him?
About 13 yards on that play.
Yeah. And now Lucas Marr again, 2 right and 1 left. Marr back to pass, looks to the near side, flushed out of the pocket, steps away, and he is going to toss it back to Osmond, and they can't stop the clock. They're going to need to hustle down the field and just toss it down to stay alive. There it is with 12 seconds to go. The worst thing the Knights could have happened there besides a turnover was to get
a sack.
A sack, and that's exactly what happened. And now Lucas Marr, the junior signal car, looks over to the sideline. Deuce Owens is over there talking things over with the Marian Brain Thrust. And we'll see what they can do here now. With 12 ticks of the fourth quarter clock remaining. Culver Academy 28, Marian 24. Wide to the near side will be Aiden Hansen. He'll be joined out here by Jack Darrow. He'll also be joined on the near side by Braxton Brooks. They got the hook and ladder lined up here? Let's see what they can do. Lucas Marr.
I'm surprised Culver doesn't have a defensive back a little farther back down
Marr
the field.
back
There he
to
goes.
pass, and he is sacked again.
That's
And that'll
the
do
game.
it.
Number 32.
What a great effort by the...
Nick Fumich.
Yep. And that is going to do it. The Culver Academy Eagles win the football game by the score of 28-24. And they improve to 2-0 on the season. The Marian Knights will fall to 0-2. Coach, you got any final thoughts on your stats over there?
Well, I just wanted to say that, it was a very entertaining game. I thought both teams played with sportsmanship. They played their hearts out. It was close until the end. And for stats, Osman for Marian, number 2. He had a total of 22 rushes, 125 yards. And throwing today for Marian, Marr, he had a total of 22 passes for 145 yards. And their leading receiver was Owens for number 1. He had 5 receptions for 55 yards.
Once again, we had a scoreless ball game at the end of one. We saw an explosion of points in the second quarter with both teams scoring 21 points in the second quarter. And then Marian took a 24-21 lead in the third quarter. And then finally, Marian defense just once again too many times with their back against the wall. It was at the 6:34 mark. It was Rankin on the pass from Michael McColgan, which will end up to be the game winner. And once again, the final score 28-24. Marian falls to Culver Academy. Our coverage of high school football today is being presented in part by our friends at Notre Dame FCU. We also would like to acknowledge our friends at Beef O'Brady's. And also thanks to our friends at the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with the Laborers Districts Council and the affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are Leona. Also want to thank our friend Troy Gill for his broadcast support. To our friends at Coca-Cola Bottling Company, the Hoosier Spring Company, McDonald Physical Therapy, Farrell Wealth. Also want to thank our friends at J Meal Packaging and Harrison Sons Construction and the Indiana Football Digest. A special thanks once again to both of our coaches, for Mike Davidson as well as Andy Dorrell. Thanks to Coach Mike Rock, to Tiny Connery, and for everyone here on the Regional Radio Sports Network. This game was not in my schedule. With limited planning opportunities, I think, Coach, under the circumstances, since this was thrown together literally 4 hours ago, I think we're good to go. I think we can go home happy.
We can go home happy. Thanks for